Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all know what it is. Just your favorite two vets on the nets. On the net, it's First Formation Morning Sports Talk. So come on and fall in with us. We're back. I know we was missed for last weekend, but we got a lot to talk about. What's good, Bishop? How you doing this morning, brother?
WGO, WGO, WGO. What's going on? How y'all doing on this Monday, y'all? Y'all know what it is. It is First Formation Falling. How y'all doing, man? Hopefully everybody enjoyed their weekend. Can we do a quick
Yes, yes.
because
So
we
if you
not
was
we
gonna
wasn't
do it,
here.
I was gonna do it. But
Yeah,
go
we
ahead.
weren't here yesterday because it was a weekend. But can we do a quick moment of silence for, of course, 9/11 victims who so many who lost their lives, which of course 9/11 was yesterday. So let's do a quick moment of silence for everyone. All right. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. With that being said, man, how y'all doing, man? It is Monday, day after what we call the beginning of a great. Do you hear me? It still looks like it's going to be a great NFL season. Oh, I wish I was on the show this morning because I got a lot. You got a lot to say, Wooten? I bet you do. I bet you do. I
Here
bet you
we
a
go.
lot of
Here
y'all
we
got a lot
go.
to say. Let's
You know
go. We
what?
want.
But
Let's go, Anthony.
before
Let's go. Let's go, Anthony. I know you got some stuff for me. Let's go, Anthony.
check this
What's going
out.
on early this
Hey,
morning?
listen.
Let's
Here we go.
go.
So first and foremost, I want to say congratulations, of course, on this on our show. Congratulations from this weekend to those new members of
Mm,
Psi Rho Phi
let's go.
and Psi Rho Chi military fraternity and sorority as we cost what was it 15 on the 12
12.
12 12 gracious men and women into the family.
Mm-hmm.
Glad, you know what I'm saying, for them to pull up and be there. um so, you know what I'm saying, on to the until the next time, you know what I'm saying, when we get up or with our initiatives and meet together. We look forward to seeing those men and women down the line. Uh, but besides that, you know what I'm saying, let's get to business. So I see a
Let's
lot
get
going
to
on
it.
in the comments already. So first and foremost, before we really get to what the meat and potatoes that is the college football and
We talk
NFL
college too. We ain't gonna skip over
NFL
it, Wooten. We ain't gonna skip it.
NFL,
Mm-hmm.
NFL. A couple of other notes I want to point out. Of course, one being, you know what I'm saying, for the ladies, you know what I'm saying, WNBA action went forth as
Hey,
we are now in the WNBA championship. That's 5 games to determine who will be the 2022 NBA champion, in which, you know, the Connecticut Sun taking on the Las Vegas Aces. And of course, just like we thought, the Las Vegas Aces were victorious 67-64, a very close game. The Kenton Sun were led by Alyssa Thomas's 19 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, full slate as she did her thing. 12 points for Brianna Jones, 15 from Jonquel Jones, and a 10 from Natasha Heidemann. Of course, the Aces was led by Chelsea Grace, 21 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. 24 points from Aja Wilson, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks, 2 steals, 11 points from Jackie Young, 6 points from Kelsey Plum, as the Aces go on to take the first of 5 at home. Of course, they'll play again tomorrow in Las Vegas again with an opportunity, to take a 2-0 lead. So that way they only need to win one to finish the game off. So that being said, you know, saying shout out to the young ladies, WNBA action. Additionally, Bishop, I know we talked before in reference to, I guess what you call the gimmicky or these fundraiser type events when it comes to boxing. Last night, Boomer Sooner running back Adrian Peterson. Not
what
last
happened
night,
last? I was
Saturday,
gonna
Saturday
say.
night, Saturday
Oh,
night, Saturday night. Boom! Soon!
we go with the
Adrian
nonsense.
Peterson
We gonna
knocked
go.
out Fifth round TKO by Le'Veon Bell with the overhand right, putting them down. It was a thing of beauty when I seen it this morning. I was like, ooh, represent 37-year-old Peterson. Yeah, go ahead and take a look at it. You know what I'm saying? Go take a look at it. You see it. I know you see it. I
I did
know.
not. I did not. I didn't even know that was. I didn't know that was this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Adrian Peterson versus Le'Veon Bell. Okay,
Le'Veon Bell. Mm-hmm.
fight. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead, take that in. And matter of fact, I heard it. I heard him say Boomer Sooner once he got hit.
You ain't hear nothing.
But of course, while he does that, let me get a little more out the way. In MLB action, first and foremost, I'd like to say congratulations to them Los Angeles Dodgers. Big Blue Wrecking Crew, first team to clinch the MLB playoff position as the hunt for October is in full effect. LA, of course, does it on a 96-43 record. Their 10th time, their 10th consecutive season in which they clinched a playoff berth, as well as with 23 games to go left in the season, they continue to blister the competition. Winning, getting on this clinch, they win it last night, 11-2 of the San Diego Padres. You know what I'm saying? That's it's always good to do it against a divisional foe. So hopefully Dodger Nation, Big Blue. We can make something happen this year. I know in the past we've been cheated a couple of times. There's different things going on, but you know what I'm saying, we're going to embrace this time and let's go. And lastly, in MLB, shout out to oh, you know what? I forgot to say this, Bishop. Yeah, I told him after the first week he would have an opportunity. And you know what? I know it's going to get. Oh my God!
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
I know it's going to get.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
know it's
yeah.
going to get
As long as
because
he know we know who he coming for because we know who he ain't coming for. We know who he coming for, but we know who he ain't coming for. We do know that.
and you know what? He even posted. He's like Trey.
Yeah, we know who he coming for. When we know who
so
he ain't coming for though.
so
Let's
we
go.
told I did tell him that, you know, say after the first week after that, you know what, being a people with our word, you know, we, you know, saying we are people our word. People, please, we welcome Mr. Eric Smalls to the stream this morning. Eric, what's good with you, bro?
Eric, what's good? What's good?
Be quiet for now, but okay,
Let's
got you.
take it all in.
Take it all in.
Let's take it all in.
Take it. Yeah.
Y'all good?
Hey, I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm good.
See
I'm
this,
straight. I'm
you know
straight.
what?
I'm so straight.
I'm trying
I'm
to
so
keep.
straight.
Until next week.
I'm straight. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. I know y'all got excited for a minute, but I'm straight.
So real quick,
I'm
right
waiting for
quick,
y'all
like
to
I
get to
said,
the NFL.
sorry, DH Albert Pujols, of course, blistering as he moves a game, what's that? A home run closer to that 700 benchmark. He hit 696 and 697 over the weekend. Uh, Now being in sole possession of the fourth overall all time home run uh, hitter as he gets a little bit closer to 700. We'll see how it goes. Of course, they got a little over 20 a little over 25 games left in the season, which he might be able to do it. He might get to that 700 benchmark. You know what, gentlemen? I wonder, do they be tossing anything out there just to get them to that point? Like if they just throw, you know, say like, let's put this beat up here to get him, like, at least get him one in this game so he can get the record and we can go on about our business. Let me see. All right, let's get into this NCAA real quick because there's a lot to be discussed and talked about. So over the weekend, y'all know y'all didn't see us on Friday or Thursday. So over the weekend, we know that there were some top 25 games that took place. Top 25, in which some of these games have basically started to already shape and change the structure of the NCAA. Uh, I won't go any stats, but we'll just go through the top 25 real quick. What was top 25 at that time
That
and their
part.
score and who they played. and
That
then
part.
maybe discuss what we know of it, and then we'll accept and get us. Then we'll double back and go with the current rankings and where these people stand at this particular time. So, of course, number one, which probably was one of the better games, I told y'all, all y'all Roll Tide fans, I told y'all that reign is over, and it came a
It ain't
little
over.
early.
It,
It's
it ain't
over.
over. It ain't over.
The reign
They
is over.
won. You can't
They
say it's
won.
over.
They
They
did win.
won. They still won. It don't
They
matter. You can't say it's
they
over
did
until they
win.
not. You can't knock them off until they've been knocked off.
Well, I'm saying that for what they used to be in that dominance is, saying is no longer is
Oh,
not
that's
what
what
it is
you
anymore.
just got a preview of what two Big 12 teams is about to go do when we head over to the SEC, baby. That's what you
No,
got a
that's
preview
not.
of.
That's
That's exactly what you got a preview of, baby.
this dude.
That's exactly what you got a preview of. What the two Big 12 teams is about to go do when we head over there to the SEC in either next year or the year after. That's what you got, baby. That's what you saw. That's what you saw.
Alabama. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
Alabama faced off against Texas. Texas
That
was
part.
able to give them a slight scare. I think if they had Quinn Ewers, it would have been a difference.
He went down early.
Yeah, Quinn Ewers went down early with the injury driven into the turf, which now he is diagnosed with a SC sprain, which is going to keep him
Oh, what type of
out.
sprain? What did he get? What was it? I
SC
didn't hear what he. Oh, okay.
SC sprain.
Mm-hmm.
So that sprain is going to keep him out for at least 4 to 6 weeks, to where he'll come back, and guess what game he'll be eligible to play in.
Who? This is for Texas, right? Oh, that
Yeah,
would probably be the Red River
the
Shootout.
Red River Shootout, 6 weeks.
That would
October
probably.
8th will be his next.
Yeah,
Is
that would
the
be the Red
earliest
River
he could
Shootout,
come
baby.
back, most likely. But again, like I said, but they wasn't playing Oklahoma. They was playing Texas. I mean, they was playing Alabama, and they barely lost. On, I guess you say technicalities, Alabama gets the W, 20-19. Georgia, number 2, Georgia faced off against Samford, getting their easy W, 33-0. Ohio State took on Arkansas State, another drubbing, 45-12. Michigan traveled over to the island of Oahu, taking on Hawaii. Of course, that was a W, 56-10 in favor of Michigan. Furman battled against Clemson, number 5 Clemson. I don't know if you can say formidable, held them 35 points, but Furman takes the L, 35-12.
Upset alert! Upset alert! Upset alert!
Texas A&M, number 6 Texas A&M, battled against Appalachian State. If y'all remember, some years ago, just within the last decade or so, Appalachian State took on, at that time, number 5 ranked Michigan, and basically same outcome. Appalachian State gets the W over number 6 Texas A&M, 17-14. What probably should have been
Upset!
an upset.
Upset alert! Upset alert!
What probably should have been an upset. It didn't happen. Number 7 Oklahoma gets the W,
Oh,
33
what?
to 3.
Man, hey man.
Number
See,
number
this
8.
the problem right here. See, are you serious? Kent State, really?
What
Upset
happened?
against Kent State, bro? Are you serious right now? Kent State, are you really gonna say we won 33-3, and
I
you gonna
said
say
what probably should have been, but it didn't
no?
happen.
It shouldn't have been. Are you serious right now? Man, this dude here.
Number 8 Notre Dame took
Upset alert.
on Marshall, in which Marshall
That's
Thunder and
totally
Herd showed they are a force
trash.
to be reckoned with, getting the W,
Dumpster juice.
26-21 over Notre Dame. Another game,
Upset
Baylor,
alert.
number 9 Baylor faced off against number 21 BYU. BYU getting them Cougars, ran over them Bears, 26
They ain't
to
run them
20.
over now. It was 26-20.
Well,
What a
they weren't.
run
They
over.
were well. In this case, Baylor was supposed to be driving the bus.
They were supposed to be driving the bus. I give them that.
Number 10 USC Trojans on the
Up should have
victory,
been an upset. They should
41
have
to
lost to Stanford.
28, beating Stanford.
They should have
Arizona
lost.
State against Oklahoma State, number 11 Oklahoma State, 34-17 with the W. Number 12 Florida, after
Upset alert.
a huge jump from not even being ranked to being put in the top 12, falls back to earth, took in the L, losing to Kentucky 26-16. Kentucky, and then number 20. We'll discuss shortly where they're at currently. Utah gets back into the thick of things with number 13 with the blistering bombardment of points, beating Southern Utah 73-7. Michigan State gets a goose egg, provides a goose egg to Akron, getting the W 52-0 against Akron. Southern Miss versus Miami. Number 15, Miami gets a W 30-7 over Southern Miss. Arkansas 44-30 over South Carolina. Number 17, Pittsburgh took on number 24, Tennessee.
Hold on, real quick. South Carolina, isn't that where this dude, what's
Rattler.
that dude? Oh yeah,
You know
yeah,
what his name is. Don't even try to
that
play.
dude, him, yeah, Spencer Rattler. That's where he is at, right? They lost to Arkansas. Okay, good.
Yeah, they lost to Arkansas.
Good.
This dude, the hate. Number Tennessee, number 24 to beat outlasts number 17 Pittsburgh 34-27. He wouldn't have much to talk about because them Cowboys.
He really wouldn't. Because he really wouldn't.
Or that would be all he would be talking about.
That's it.
North Carolina State continues on from number 18. North Carolina State continues on, getting the W 55-3. Washington State versus Wisconsin.
Upset
Washington
alert.
State with the upset 17-14. Number 22, Ole Miss 59-3 against Central Arkansas. Wake Forest 45 points versus Vanderbilt's 25. Y'all know what it is. We can't get past that. And another upset to end it all. Houston faced off against Texas Tech as them Red Raiders took care of the Cougars, getting a 33-30 W in state. So of course, when y'all hear that, as y'all heard my cohort with the upset alert going on, basically that means that some teams just didn't have what it took to stay in it. Of course,
I told you, Trey, and I told everybody watching. Eric probably was a witness to this as well. Notre Dame should not be in the top 25 anyway, close, or it shouldn't have happened. Notre Dame should have never been in there. You know what I'm saying? Notre Dame didn't deserve to be in the top 25, and they just proved 2 weeks in a row that they shouldn't have been in the top 25, and they definitely shouldn't be in there now. With the top 25, the new top 25, which I explained, I said, if Georgia has problems with Texas, Alabama had problems with Texas, Georgia was going to skip over them into the number one position. And that is exactly what happened. Our top 25, as of right now, AP top 25 is Georgia at number 1, Alabama at number 2, Ohio State at number 3, which they was at 3 last week. Michigan is at number 4. They stayed stagnant. Clemson is still at number 5. Oklahoma, boom! Sooners are now number 6, moving up 1 spot from number 7. And can you believe it? USC Trojans
y'all know what it is.
Went from number 10 up 3 spaces to number 7. Oklahoma State comes out at number 8. Number 9, Kentucky with the huge upset goes up 20 spots. 20 spots. They were 20. I mean, they didn't go up 20 spots. They was 20 last week. They went up 11 spots to number 9. Number 10 is Arkansas. They were 16 last week. Michigan State at number 11. They jumped up 3 spots. BYU, who was ranked 21 at the end of last week, they are now number 12. Number 13 is Miami, who was 15. Utah went from 13 to 14. They dropped. Tennessee went from 24 to 15. North Carolina State is at 16. They dropped from 8. Oh no, they went up from 18. Baylor dropped from number 9 to number 17. Florida dropped from number 12 to 18. Wake Forest is at number 19, moving up 4 spots. Ole Miss went up 2 spots from 22 to 20. Texas, not ranked, jumps into the top 25 with a close game with Alabama.
But they lost. That's the thing. They lost and got into the top 25.
Yeah, they did. They lost. Then, not only that, Penn State, who also wasn't ranked, jumped into the top 25 by coming up into number 22. Pitt jumps into with that loss, going from 23. Going from 17, dropped down to 23. Texas A&M dropped all the way down from number 6 to barely making it to top 25 to number 4. And to round out the top 25, Oregon, who used to be up at the top 5, I believe
top
Oregon
11.
was in the top 11. They went from not being ranked to round off the top 25 in college football AP poll.
So some things to take in consideration. Now the SEC currently has 8 teams in the top 25. ACC leads up with 5. Big Ten has 4. Big 12 has 4. Pac-12 currently has 3, and the Independent has one lone team with the BYU as an independent in the top 25. Like we said, some notes we just took in consideration. Wisconsin now with their loss falls out the top 25. Houston falls out the top 25. Interestingly enough, like we just said, Penn State, Oregon, and Texas all get into the top 25. The most interesting is Texas with a loss. You know what I'm saying? But this, in my opinion, continues to be a slap in the face.
You got not really.
It does because now you're telling me that the value that they value because they played number one.
Alabama, yes, it's Alabama, and they was in that game. Alabama beat them by 3. You gotta give Eric. You gotta give them their props, man. You gotta give. I mean, by 1. You gotta give them that. They just do. They had Alabama that whole game. They controlled Alabama.
Alabama did it with 2 backup quarterback. I mean, they did it with 2. Texas did it with 2 backup quarterbacks. So you know what I'm saying,
and that's even more reason to be in that game. How
so
you
what
in
I'm
the
saying
game against a team who has no backups, and you got 2 backups, and you stayed in that game? That's even more embarrassing.
What I'm saying, true that, but if that's the case, then Alabama should have fell further than number 2.
Now I agree to that. I agree to that. I agree to that. Now I agree to that.
I mean, it's only 2 games in, man.
Yeah, I mean, I got it.
These big changes in 2 games.
Hell yeah!
Well,
if it was someone else, it would.
It was big. It was big changes for Oregon. They dropped out of the top 11 and was not ranked.
And it was one game.
One game, and they dropped out.
I remember dropped to number 4 or 5 one time and still went back number 1.
Yeah, right. I mean, because like I said,
we know that's going to happen. First Alabama has ever dropped, though. Alabama don't never drop out the top 10. Whether they win, lose, or draw, they never drop out the top 10. They never drop out. But I mean, I'm not mad. I mean, again, I did figure Alabama was going to win. I think a lot of people felt like Alabama was going to thrash them. Unfortunately, that's not how it panned out. Again, I felt like if Texas was to give them a run, I knew Texas would get into the top 25 because, again, it's Alabama. And they gave them a run. So I'm not surprised that Texas made it in the top 25 at all. However, and I did say Alabama or Georgia was going to jump over Alabama if Alabama had problems with Texas, and that's exactly what happened. But like Trey said, there's 3 teams that jumped into the top 25, and that was Penn State, Texas, and of course Oregon, which they were previously in there, and then they jumped back in at 25. It was some good games. I didn't get a chance because of our weekend and stuff like that. I didn't get a chance to catch a lot of the games. So, Eric, did you check any of the games out? Like, did you watch any of the games? Were there some games you was paying attention to that you thought was very competitive?
I'm always looking for the upset game. That's my biggest thing. Alabama, I really thought Alabama was going to really get this whole game away.
Right.
That's sad for real. Alabama.
Yeah.
Sad, man.
Yeah.
I feel like Nebraska's gonna be that team to upset a lot of teams. Like Oklahoma next week, I'm looking for Nebraska.
Thank you.
Listen.
I watch the game for what it is. My team is Missouri. Ain't no bias. Nothing against Oklahoma.
Right.
But there's certain teams out here, kind of like Detroit Lions in the NFL. If you get them, if you open that door, let them in, they hurt you.
This is the thing with Nebraska. This is the thing with Nebraska coming in this weekend. That's right. They just fired Scott Frost. Just got fired on Saturday or Sunday. He got fired. I do not see Nebraska coming in with a brand new coach, definitely trying to beat us. Nah, not with a new coach.
They don't need no brand new coach. It's not. Don't nobody change in the middle of the season. They gonna keep what they already got.
They didn't let this man. They didn't fire this man after 2 games. 2 games.
Well, it was more than 2.
Well, we
It
know.
was over,
Don't get me
They
wrong.
know
they
they got
they set the table. Yeah, they set
Right,
the table
right.
last. They
Normally
set the
when
He
table.
was on the hot seat.
coach,
He was on the hot seat. He was on the hot seat. I get
normally
it.
when they
He was.
fire a coach in the middle of the season, when they fire a coach like that, that means they got the team and they don't feel like the coaches are holding up.
Right.
If you get fired during the season, they really feel like the team is better than what you're doing.
Right.
That team,
Right.
I feel like Nebraska gonna upset. All right.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
I told him that way before.
He think that. He thinks that too.
It would because, but of course, like for the top 25, we're gonna just talk about the 2 ranked teams against each other, which they have 2 games. Which Miami, number 13, Miami takes on number 24, Texas A&M, next Saturday, as well as number number 12, BYU takes on number 25, Oregon. So again, Oregon has an opportunity to get further into the top 25, or basically they're going to fall out again because we know they're not going to stay in at number 25 if they lose to BYU. So those are the 2 of the games in which they have players playing against top ranked teams playing against one another. At this point, it doesn't affect USC anymore. So I stand by.
What doesn't affect USC?
I need number 6 or above to lose now.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Let me see, but 6 and above. Let me see. Oh yeah. That doesn't look like it's gonna happen for y'all anytime soon. Y'all gotta wait.
Y'all
gotta wait. Yeah, y'all gotta wait. Yeah, y'all.
Matter of fact, I can't. We've won. I think we
jumped
y'all this week. I think y'all.
How y'all gonna jump it? Hold on. Who y'all got? Hold on. Speaking of which, we know we got.
You play Fresno.
Y'all playing? See, this is the thing I'm talking about, Eric. See this? They playing Fresno.
Y'all playing Nebraska? It's about the same thing.
Yeah, obviously, y'all think Nebraska's better than Fresno because y'all definitely got Nebraska beating us.
No,
so
that doesn't mean that we think Nebraska's better than Fresno. We think Nebraska's better than Oklahoma. That's what we're saying.
We're gonna prove that wrong. Obviously, we're gonna make that happen. We're gonna prove that wrong. We do have some big games this weekend. In the top 25, we got Georgia versus South Carolina.
That can happen.
No. Spencer Rattler. No. If Texas can rattle Spencer Rattler, you take Georgia. It's not going. Man, no, not even close. Spencer Rattler. He's messed up when he thought he was. Bruh, he's not finna do nothing. Then we have number 6. You know what I'm saying? Then we got number 6 Oklahoma versus Nebraska. I know what the outcome of that's going to be. Then we have Youngstown State versus number 9 Kentucky. We have Texas State versus number 17 Baylor. Then we have this is just the top 25 I'm talking about.
Number 20 Mississippi against Georgia Tech.
Okay, number 20 Mississippi versus Georgia Tech. Number 12 BYU versus number 25 Oregon. Number 20 Ole Miss. Number 20 Ole Miss versus Georgia Tech. Number 22 Penn State versus Auburn. Now that's going to be a good one. That's definitely going to be a good one. BYU and Oregon is going to be a good one too. If Oregon can win that's going to be crucial to get back in it. Alabama versus
University of Louisiana Monroe.
Louisiana Monroe, yeah. That's that game. Who else? Then we have
Liberty versus at Wake Forest, number 19.
Wake Forest 19, yep. And then we have that's it. Hold on.
Ohio
number
State
10
versus Toledo.
Yep. And then number 10 Arkansas versus Missouri State, Oklahoma State versus
University
Arkansas,
Pine
Bluff. At Oklahoma State at number 8. And then we have number 16
Tennessee.
North Carolina State.
Tennessee got these candy games. They play Akron. Like, seriously?
Tennessee. Do they? Is that what they play?
Number 15, Akron. Tennessee against Akron.
Yep. And then number 11, Michigan State versus Washington, which is going to be a good game.
North Carolina 16.
Yep. South Florida versus Florida is going to be a good game. Pittsburgh 23 versus Western Michigan. Yeah, that ain't going to be nothing. And UTSA versus I did not know that. UTSA plays Texas this week. Ooh, number 21 ranked Texas. Utah versus I know, right? I know. San Diego State versus number 14 Utah, Fresno State versus USC.
Really, guy? Now you know what? Keep that same energy. Keep that
Y'all playing.
same
You talking
energy.
about you talking
Keep
about
that
Tennessee
same
playing
energy.
somebody.
They
You
only
talking about
gave
who
y'all,
Tennessee? Come on, man. Fresno.
they
Keep
only
that
gave y'all
same energy.
12 points though.
Keep that same
Come on,
energy.
man. Come on, man. That's the top 25
They only
games
gave
this
y'all
weekend.
12 points in Fresno, man.
Man, come on, man. That's what I'm saying, man.
Obviously.
That is our top 25 games of this week. A few upsets, I'm sure, is about to be in the making. I do believe South Florida can beat Florida.
Penn State gonna lose.
Oh, you got Penn State losing? Eric, Penn State gonna
Auburn
lose? They
running
gonna
game.
fall?
Auburn got a running game.
They do.
They're not beat fuck.
Yeah, Auburn do. Auburn. I said that's gonna be a good one. That is gonna be a good game. That is definitely gonna be a good game. Texas Tech trying to bounce back against North Carolina State. I don't know if they can do it, but we shall see. Oregon going to drop out of the 50 if there was a top 50. Because Oregon got a good Oregon got a what they the one matched up with a ranked team, right? Oregon playing what's it called, right? Oregon's playing
BYU.
BYU. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good game right there, bro. That game is at 2 p.m. or 2:30 Central Standard Time on Fox. Make sure y'all catch it. That's one of the. That's right after the. No, yeah, that's right after the early game. The early game. That's the second slate of games. Yeah, man. Any other upsets y'all see or y'all know of that y'all think of?
We told you the main one already.
That's ridiculous. Y'all
What makes that ridiculous, Bishop?
Nebraska? Really?
Yeah.
Let me explain something to y'all about the Oklahoma history, right? We used to run Nebraska when they was over in the Big 12 before they left. We ran Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Ran them. Ran Nebraska before they they got tired of getting ran through out in the Big 12. That's why they left. Mm-hmm. Just like Texas, Texas A&M, they couldn't do nothing over there. They want to run them to the SEC. They did nothing over there since they've been there. You know, that's why. Nebraska still they are who we say they are. We are who we say they are. They're Nebraska, the Cornhuskers. Nothing to us.
We'll see.
I'm telling y'all, bro. You know I'm gonna be right in front of the TV on Saturday for that one. If Alabama would have lost, they still would
play hard against certain teams.
That part, and that's what it is. That's the factor. That's why I said it's possible for Rattler to sit up and show up and do what he got to do against Georgia. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Depends on. That's like, you know what I'm saying? This is a perfect segue into the NFL, right? So that's no different of everyone expected San Francisco to go take care of Chicago, right? But no one. But we didn't play. We didn't just play Chicago. We played.
Who else I played?
We played Mother Nature as well.
Oh so, my God! And Chicago getting. Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go. In Chicago,
so we go. They played in their element.
Oh my God!
We don't have monsoons in. We don't have monsoons in San Francisco. So it was different. No different. So you know, so it was different. It was just different.
We're talking about Chicago, bro. We're talking about Chicago, baby.
That's the equal. That's the equalizer. No, Trey Lance did not do certain things. He overthrew.
Trey Lance did what I told you he was going to do. Nothing.
He overthrew some players. He didn't do. He made some bad cues. They was without They was out without George Kittle. So I mean, it's just a whole bunch of things, a lot of factors. But yet they still was in, like they was, and the defense started falling off. Like we was up 10-0, and we ended up losing 10-19. So you know what I'm saying? Hats off to Chicago. They did exactly what they supposed to do. Matter of fact, let me just step and get to this.
Yeah, please do, because the nonsense you talk right now is crazy, bro.
The kickoff of the NFL season took place. Of course, we knew on Thursday, to which of course the Bills grinded out the Los Angeles Rams in a surprising 31-10 win. In my opinion, I thought, you know, saying some things happened. In my opinion, Jalen Ramsey was exposed a couple of times, but
he was exposed in the Super Bowl. Everybody keeps saying Jalen Ramsey is that dude.
Jalen Ramsey, man.
He was, and thank you, Eric. They've been saying Jalen Ramsey has been exposed, even though they won the Super Bowl. He was still exposed in that Super Bowl. But either way, go ahead, Trey. That was a thrashing.
Yeah, they of course. Go ahead, Eric.
He is a zone quarterback. You put him on to hold his
Yeah,
zone
he
down.
plays a lot of slot. He plays a lot of slot receivers and then rotates. So yeah, you true.
Put
That
the
is
man
true.
to man with the. You put a man to man. He got that makeup speed like Dion.
Right.
That's
Right.
what
He got that
saved him a lot
recovery
of the
speed.
time.
Right. That recovery speed.
Yeah,
That
that's what saved him a lot of the time. But these quarterbacks caught on.
Yeah. If you place the ball perfectly, if you have ball placement as a QB, you can beat Jalen Ramsey. If you got ball placement, you can beat Jalen Ramsey.
Time.
Obviously.
He get caught lacking every time.
Every time. Eric all over. He do. And he's been exposed. And that's the thing. People know that now. Quarterbacks know that about Jalen. They know that about him. They know he got that cover speed. But if you can put that ball where you need to, watch this.
What y'all not going to do? What y'all not going to
do? We go back into E2G and keep
Really?
Let's go. Hey, Jimmy might end up in Dallas.
Hey,
I'm just saying. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it here later. We'll talk about it here in a minute. We're going to talk about it. I don't want that.
I called that. I said,
you did.
They're going to start Jimmy G. Hey, what I say, 3 games? Yeah, 3 games, right? I said they're going to start 3 games, Jimmy G. All right.
It's coming.
Like he said, Trey Lance, 13 for 28, 164 yards, 1 interception. Trey Lance, however, did lead the rushing attack with 13 carries for 54 yards. Deebo Samuels with 8 carries, 52 yards, 1 touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, Eli Mitchell, hoping that he'd come back. He ended up going down with the injury, which he had 6 carries for 41 yards. Jeffrey Wilson was 9 for 22. Brandon Ayuk was 1 for 7. Jawan Jennings led the receiving corps with 4 receptions for 62 yards. Ryan Ayuk 2 for 40. Ray McLeod 1 for 20. Debo 2 for 14. The Bears, Justin Fields 8 for 17, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Khalil Herbert 9 for 45. Rushing 9 carries for 45 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Justin Fields was 11 for 28. David Montgomery 17 for 26. Dante Pettis, the 49er cast-off, comes back to bite us when he gets 1 reception, 51 yards, and a touchdown on that roll and throwback. Again, you know what I'm saying, backyard ball, in my opinion. David Montgomery, 3 for 24. Brian Pringle, 1 for 22. See, when you look at these scores, man, look at these stats, that goes to show that it was, you know what? We lost. In-state. I just keep
it
it
at that.
I want y'all to keep that same energy, though.
Thank you.
I want y'all to keep the same
We're
energy,
not worried
though.
About it. See,
I'm putting cases on all y'all. I can't wait. Just wait.
This is
keep
the thing.
This
is the thing, though. With my Philadelphia Eagles, we used to the elements. That's the thing. It don't matter to us. It's cool. Speaking of them Philadelphia Eagles, not destroying. We beat the Detroit Lions. I was about
to say, don't
38
too far ahead of
35. 38 to 35 with Jalen Hurts throwing 18 for 30. Hey, it don't matter. 18 for 32, 243 yards. Now, the only problem I have with that, he didn't have no passing TDs. But, however, rushing Miles Sanders with 13 for 96, 1 touchdown. Jalen Hurts, 17 for 90, almost rushed for 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, 5 rushes for 20 yards, 1 touchdown. Boston Scott, 4 rushes for 10 yards, 1 touchdown. Like, the running game just wasn't all that, but it did what it had to do. We had almost 200 yards rushing. Easy. We did have 200 yards rushing. Receiving, A.J. Brown. For those of you in fantasy, those that don't believe in this dude, A.J. Brown, 10 catches for 155 yards. Dallas Goedert, 3 for 60. Kenneth Gainwell, 2 for 12. Miles Sanders, 2 for 9. The rest of them does not really matter. When it comes to the line, Jared Goff was 21 for 37, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. DeAndre Swift carried the ball 15 times, 144 yards, 1 touchdown. Jamal Williams, 11 carries for 28 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jared Goff rushed 2 times and got 10 yards. For receiving, St. Brown had 8 receptions, 64 yards, 1 touchdown. DJ Chark had 4 catches, 52 yards, 1 touchdown. Hawkinson, 4 for 38. DeAndre Swift, 3 for 31. Everyone else does not matter. What matters is that these Philadelphia Eagles did get the win over Detroit. I will say Detroit
Detroit's picking up where they left off last year, which means
yes,
they're going to be a
Detroit.
problem.
Detroit is definitely not the same team that we've seen before. Detroit came in that game and came and punched Philly in the mouth at the beginning. They was playing ball, and I cannot knock them for that. I didn't get a chance to watch the game because I was coming back, flying back in and stuff, so I didn't get a chance to catch that game. I was just happy that we did get the win because at one point I think we was up 31 to something. Detroit came back in that game to make it competitive, and it just came up a bit short, but we got the win. Go EAGLES Eagles. Let's go.
Detroit,
I don't care about what you're talking about, Anthony. Well, almost came a millionaire when I played the lotto too, but I didn't win it. I don't care about almost. What it goes down. Guess what? It don't go down in the record books as almost one. It goes down as a W. You hear me? Don't nobody hear about the almost. Who cares about almost? Let's go, Eagles.
It's like Eric was saying, man, which I seen last year. Like Eagles was in those games last year, even though they finished with 4 W's. They was in those games last year. There's nothing changed. They still remain in games. It's just a matter of, I'm sorry, yeah, Detroit. Detroit was, well, maybe subconsciously the Eagles, saying that's the truth for the Eagles too. But in state is Detroit was in them games last year. First game of the season, it's the same thing. I hope they could turn the corner at some point to where we're not having conversations about the what ifs for them, and they basically start they getting the job done and start picking up some W's across the board. Moving to this, let's Eric is. Yeah, I was about to say, since Eric here, let's talk about these Vikings. He was looking like, yeah, let's just get to it. Of course,
we can talk about the Super Bowl champ later on. Go ahead. We come back to
the Green Bay Packers faced off against the Minnesota Vikings. Interesting enough, years before we would have thought this would have been a situation to where.
This dude here, man. I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead. Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead.
All right. So, hey, when y'all get through, I get through these stats. Y'all
go ahead.
Right, you got it.
But look,
Kirk Cousins.
I told y'all stop playing with me. All right, so Aaron Rodgers, the trash that I told y'all he was. He was 23. He was 22 for 34. Hear me out. He had 194 yards passing.
Mm-hmm.
One interception. We put him on second about 5 times, broke his neck almost. So he was pretty much just out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins, 23 for 32, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Super Bowl quarterback.
He ad-libbing at this point, but go ahead. We listen.
Yeah, that part.
Not Jefferson. Only 9 receptions. Right?
Man. Bad
184 yards receiving. The man had 9 yards shorter than Aaron Rodgers passed for receiving.
Ugh.
I'm just going to say that. 2 touchdowns.
Bad man.
Hey,
he almost had 3.
Only 9 receptions.
Yeah, he almost had 3.
Should have been 3. He couldn't get his foot down.
Yeah. He almost had 3. Yeah. He's a bad man.
Hey, it wasn't
so,
even the game.
Is he a bad man? Okay, we're not going to say that he's not a bad man.
He is a bad man. He's a
bad
man. I watched him. We're going to see. We're going to see.
Y'all let Swift ran for 134 yards against the Eagles. If y'all, look, Cook will run for 200 yards next week against the Eagles. Watch.
Not going to happen.
Swift ran for 130 yards?
So definitely interesting. In that game, Detroit held Minnesota held Aaron Jones 5 carries for 49 yards. AJ Dillon was 10 for 45 with 1 touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, a rookie wide receiver, 11 carries for 1 carry for 11 yards. His AJ Dillon also 5 receptions for 46 yards. Dobbs 4 for 37. Tight end Tony Runyon was 3 for 36. Like he said, Dalvin Cook is 20 for 90. I don't foresee him being held. They play y'all next. Eagles play Minnesota next. Ooh, y'all might have a game in your hand, fam.
Yeah, we going over there. Hey, but no, I will say this though. That first play of the game, Patrick Peterson, we need to find another cornerback. That little rookie ran smooth past people.
Smooth past him.
Wide
Smooth
open, bro.
past. And he dropped
the boy didn't fake or nothing.
Nothing.
He just flat
straight
ran
out ran him.
That goes to show like hey, someone was watching the tape. Someone was watching the tape.
Anybody that ever played football would call that.
Yep.
That was ridiculous.
Because it was put perfect. I saw that.
I'm so glad he dropped it.
Boy, out the gate. I was like, oh my God. And he
dropped it. That means someone was watching. Someone been watching tape.
Yep. He dropped it.
That scared me.
Since someone's calling for your head, Bishop. So let's get into this right here.
What's that? Who told me CeeDee Lamb was on the same level as Jamar Chase? Didn't hit me. Oh, then he hit me. So
clear your throat.
I'm about to. But what you're not gonna do is when we look at this game, right? When we look at this game, I believe outside of probably what's his name?
Dude was eating. Greg. I mean, it was only one receiver that was eating for them last night. Noah Brown.
Yeah. Who?
Noah Brown.
He only had 5 catches. I'm talking about Dalton Schultz.
Oh yeah, we know Schultz was going to do that. I'm talking for Noah Brown not to even be known, and then
he was. Yeah, but CeeDee Lamb wasn't even. He only had 2 catches. He wasn't even targeted like that. The passes that Dak Booty Prescott was throwing was two of them. 2 of them I could say was definitely behind CeeDee Lamb. You can't blame CeeDee Lamb for those. You got to blame Dak Prescott for those. You can't blame CeeDee Lamb for that.
In any case,
bad passes to bad passes.
Last night's game, of course, we, like you said, Tampa Bay faced off against the Cowboys, so we can talk about it, get it on tape, get it on record. 19-3. What we didn't expect from the game, especially when you look at what happened the year before.
I did.
You expected it to be a 19-3 game, really, Bishop?
Yes, I did. Tom Brady is 7-0 versus Tom Brady is 7-0 versus the Cowboys.
Yes,
7-0.
Yes,
I expected that too, bro.
I did. I expected
more.
Dallas was gonna win.
I expected Tom Brady to score 30.
That's what I'm with Eric. I'm with Eric. I thought that's what I really thought.
The game started out as a battle of field goal kickers. Again, field goal kickers need love to start out with a battle of field goal kickers until finally they was able to get the score, get a touchdown. Dak Prescott, 14 for 29, 134 yards, 1 interception. Of course, we know Dak Prescott left in the middle of the fourth quarter, which now is he needs surgery on his throwing hand, as he's expected to be out a couple of games now due to that injury. Actually, there's a bunch of injuries, but we're going to get to some of the other injuries as we get into those games. Dak Prescott, like I said, 42 for 29, 134, 1 interception. Cooper Kupp came in to relieve him, 7-13 for 64 yards. Ezekiel Elliott, 10 carries for 52 yards. Dak Prescott, 2 for 11. Tony Pollard, 6 for 8. Noah Brown led in receptions. Had the 5 receptions, 68 yards. Dalton Schultz, 7 receptions, 62 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 2 for 29. Dennis Houston, 2 for 16. Tony Pollard, 2 for 14. Who else? And when you go to the Buccaneers, of course, Tom Brady, 18 for 27, 212 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Leonard Fournette, that man, I told y'all about Fournette.
No, I told you about
Fournette.
I said Fournette too. I got him in my fantasy.
He should have been on my team, but I think I pulled the trade. 21, Leonard Fournette, 21 carries, 127 yards.
I need Applewhite to come on here.
Julio Jones, 2 for 17. Rashad White, 6 for 14. Jalen Darden, 1 for 2 carries. And then, of course, receiving 5 receptions, 71 yards, 1 touchdown from Mike Evans. Julio Jones was 3 for 69. Chris Godwin, 3 for 35 before he went out with a potential hamstring injury, another injury. Russell Gage, 2 for 13. Fournette, 2 for 10. The ball was distributed to 9 different, well, not 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, 9. I was right. Not 8 receivers across the board. As Brady did his thing to keep the ball moving. But saying that 16-point W, 1 touchdown score that was by Mike Evans.
Let me say this.
Okay.
To drunk. 2 catches, 11 targets. That sounds like Jamar Chase to you? Absolutely. Because if you said they said what you said right here, according to the ESPN, He was targeted 3 times. Jamar Chase had 10 catches himself. So they had about the same amount. The thing is, Jamar Chase has a better quarterback than Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had 5 turnovers. He had 5 turnovers in that game. 5.
You know, I agree
So
with
Dak Prescott's 1.
I agree with Drunk in this
Bro, got
case.
to do better than that, man.
I agree with Drunk in this case. I did expect the Cowboys to win because I expected them to be more formidable on defense as well as their offense to hold them. And all honesty, when you look at it,
How could you say that, Trey?
in all
Because
honesty, when
Dallas
you
didn't
look
have
at
no receivers outside
well,
of CD
well,
and Schultz.
I get that, but still, I expected because honestly, the defense did what they needed to do. They kept them out. They just had they had field goals. That's what they was winning off field goals. Both defenses did what they needed to do. It's just that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, coupled with what seemingly was Dak Prescott not being able to get the ball and put the ball in certain places, that is what basically was the game. And so Dak, like you said, Dak didn't do what he was supposed to do. Ultimately, I don't know, was it the defense or was it, like you said, was it receivers? In state is we can't sit up and make excuses because these are receivers that are considered to be
And
professionals.
the only reason why I feel like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the only reason why, what's his name, Noah Brown did what he did and got off the 5 catches or whatever, 68 yards. I mean, they made huge numbers. He was averaging 13.5 yards per carry, per reception. However, they probably didn't have no game film on this guy, none. So if you ain't got no game, look, I didn't expect this gentleman to come on.
At the end of the day,
Ron, what's good, man?
The offensive line hurt. The offensive line, because of penalties, he had 5 penalties himself, and 3 of them was back to back to back. Like, he had some major penalties, and I know Jerry's not happy about that, and I know, but this is game. Huh? What'd you say, Eric?
That was a game plan for both teams. Was to expose the offensive line. Everybody was trying to blitz. Both got the same defensive mindset.
And then what was messed up is the blitzes were coming and they were picking up. Both teams were picking up. It's just in the case of Dak Prescott, he was off key. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. I'm still thinking to myself, like, I see where Elliott is picking up the blitz. It's like they're in the holes and blocking off, giving him the time, and he just was off. And that might have been like you said, something between the quarterback. You seen the one where he set up and broke out the right side and he dumped it over the defense, but he threw it behind Noah. It's like that wasn't on Noah.
Yeah. Right. That's not on exactly same thing. It's not on Noah. Just like he got pressured when he threw the ball to CD Lamb in one instance.
But I would even additionally say it's not necessarily on Dak either. I think it's more of a situation is this probably isn't the receiving core they thought they was going to be working with going in.
But I don't care what receiver you would have been. I don't care what receiver that would have been. Whoever that would have been. No, I don't care if that was CD. I don't care if that was boy. He still would have. They wouldn't have been able to catch that ball. Now the same thing. I don't know if y'all paid attention, Eric.
But the difference had to be in that they probably would have knew because when you look at it, the reason Dak threw it behind him is because Noah was wasn't looking, and it looked like it was room in front of him had he had led him, but if he would have led him right into the cornerback that was coming down, the safety that was coming who's coming downhill. That's hence the reason he tried to throw him, will put him back to where he could have went, and he tried to guide him and push him back to where the safety was coming because Dak was rolling right, the safety was coming down. So when you look at the angle of the camera, you can see that there was it was a safety in the corner that was basically going to where Noah was going. So Dak threw it behind him, trying to direct him back. But he would have known that with them playing together. Had that been CD Lamb or Gallup, that may have been a different outcome. Is what I'm saying.
And I don't know if y'all recognize or notice this, but in that game, what's his name? The DN was a problem for Tom Brady. He was a major problem. Michael Parsons. He was a major problem. He sacked him twice, and then on that second sack, Tom Brady got into that left tackle's ass bad. He was like, "Look, I need you to get him." Right after that, Tom Brady made that very next series. No, that very next series, when Tampa Bay got back on the field, you start watching Leonard Fournette chip block
chip block.
help out that left tackle. Those are the things in which you as a quarterback have to talk to your players. If you know that your player is getting beat, you as the quarterback, the captain of the team, have to make the proper adjustments to say, hey, this tackle is getting beat over here. Leonard, before you gotta go out on your route, I need you to chip block at this guy, then bounce out to the flats. And he started doing that. Leonard Fournette, we all know Leonard Fournette ain't no small cat. He ain't no. He there's one point where Leonard Fournette chip blocked at Michael Parsons and knocked him straight on his butt. So you have to adjust fire. If you see pressure is coming, when you see they show Tom Brady get in that left tackle's face and tell him what are you doing? Why are you allowing this dude to beat you like that and put hits on me? Because we all know Tom Brady's old. He ain't trying to take no hits.
You start to see it in his face.
You seen it. Yes, you seen it.
That's a rookie, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Who you talking about for the left tackle?
The left tackle is backside.
Yeah. Over, yeah. Yes, sir. I forget his name.
Anybody ever played quarterback in their life, you would never put a rookie lineman
on your backside.
You
right.
Best tackle behind. If you're right-handed, you put your best tackle on the left. Never put a rookie behind me, man.
On your backside. Absolutely, Eric. Absolutely.
Ron, what you think of the game last night, Ron?
If you talk, Ron, you're on mute.
I'm still trying to gather myself from all the laughing.
Oh, the laughing? What you laughing about? I'm sure there's a lot to laugh about. What you laughing about? Tell us what you laughing about.
The Cowboys. The Cowboys.
Okay.
The accident.
Yeah. He said
that was
the Cowboys. Y'all do realize?
I expected that, man.
But I did too. But let me say this, Eric and Professor. Let me say this. I will say this. I expected that, but I didn't expect the Cowboys to only get one drive and score only in the very first drive. They scored that 3 points the very first drive, and they never scored again. That very first drive, they scored 3 points and never got close to score again. Or they did get close. They got. They got close to the red zone, but then still got a bunch of penalties and put them out of.
I would have fired McCarthy that night. Goodbye, dog.
This is where experience kick in, man.
Right.
Both of them quarterbacks had brand new offensive line. They ain't never really worked together. Didn't know how to block together. Brady know how to make the team work. Experience.
Right.
He beat them boys off pure experience. Okay, I know my line weak. I'll use this big running back I got 21 times.
That's right.
And
take some of the pressure off.
He wasn't trying to make no long. Yeah, he wasn't trying to make a lot of deep plays. If he was ready to throw it, but that was it. That just started the plays. And then here come Prescott. It's still on his rookie mindset. Still trying to run the exact same plays, play action, all this, as if you're really going to have the same amount of time in the pocket. You're not. You got to change the game plan. He never changed his game.
He didn't.
Coaches didn't, and he didn't either.
Right.
You can't do that.
So my question to you, Eric, Trey, Professor, is the Cowboys season over? Because we all know Dak Prescott went out in the fourth quarter because of the thumb, and it has been reported Dak Prescott is out indefinitely because of the thumb because he is having surgery on his throwing hand. He was being blitzed. His hand was rushed by the defender, and it was hit. I had that happen before. That hurts, and he probably broke it. And they're probably they've already said they are doing surgery on his thumb. He will be out indefinitely. So is the Cowboy season over, Eric, Professor, and Trey?
He got 6 to 8 weeks.
Yes, it's over. It's over.
It's over?
With an offensive line like that, and a second string quarterback, I don't care what you got. It's over. Unless your defense has scored 21 points.
Right. I know I know Cowboy fans are sick. That's why we don't have any on the show today. None of them came in here. Not one Cowboy fan. Normally we got a plethora of them. Not one Cowboy fan is on the feed watching today. But I
I
expect
technically, Bishop, have to take that sword as a Cowboys fan because I got two in the football yesterday. It was late at night. I'm like, Tom Brady done beat the Cowboys 5 times in a row. All of the NFC East won. The Cowboys is winning 2, and I went and bet on them. And nobody stopped me. I felt so stupid watching that game. I felt
Tom Brady last night's win made him 7-0 versus the Cowboys. He's never lost to the Cowboys.
I know. He's 6-0 now. I just got 2 into it.
Brady.
Bro,
do you know? I looked in the mirror and said, "Do you know they was playing Tom Brady wrong?"
Yeah, I mean, it was good at first. The Cowboys never. The Cowboys was in that game for pretty much the whole game. They was in that game. They had plenty of opportunities to win that game versus the Bucs. They did.
Right.
They just couldn't execute. They couldn't. Penalties killed them. I don't know how many penalty yards they ended up with, but penalties killed them a lot in that game. Dak was off, but so was Tom. Tom was off. Tom missed some huge passes too. Tom missed some passes that he should have missed as well. But I blame that on week 1. You expect that a lot of teams are making bad mistakes. Dak is overhyped Teddy Bridgewater. Something's gonna need to happen, bro. Something's gonna need to happen. This is where we was talking about where I said it might be time for Garoppolo. It might be time for Garoppolo.
Oh,
no, you know what y'all need to call?
I'm just saying.
Y'all need to reach out. What's his name? Carolina Panther.
Cam Newton. Somebody said Cam Newton already.
Yeah.
Cam Newton. Somebody said that. That's what I heard. Some Cowboys fans talking about Cam Newton. Guess what? Not only did I hear about Cam Newton, I heard about another former 49er, Colin Kaepernick. Some people think Colin Kaepernick should come out there to Dallas. They better not call Romo. That's what they don't want. That's who they don't want. But I could see. I don't know. I mean, I heard Eric say it too. Trey don't want to believe it, and I even believe Professor's on board with Garoppolo coming out there.
That's not happening.
Garoppolo coming out there and making some changes.
That's not going to happen.
I'm just saying.
So the reason there's not
got next week.
Who do we have next week? Let me see. I can tell you. But so the reason that's not happening is because
he's in the no trade clause. We get it.
Well, no, he can sit up and they got the Seahawks next week. He can approve the no trade clause if he decided he wanted to go to Dallas because it's a start. But for the most part, it's not happening because I talk about the elements and all that type of stuff. But if over the next couple of games, there's going to be a look and see if Lance is actually ready to take the helm. If it's not, then it's going to go back to Jimmy. So that's why they're not going to trade. If Lance could potentially be struggling, why would you trade away? I don't think there's any asset in which the Cowboys can give up, in which San Francisco would trade that to send Jimmy on about his way. They could get Jimmy next year. I don't think it's enough there that they could trade that would get them off Jimmy.
What up, Zach?
To basically for them to hold.
But this is the thing. I feel where you're going with that trade. However, if you trying, it's early in this season. It's real early. It's game 1. If you trying to save your season right now, you make that move. You make that call because for one, this is Dak's throwing hand that he's having surgery on.
Yeah, they could. I'm not saying they don't make the call. I don't doubt they make the call. What I'm saying is I don't think the 49ers, when they pick up the phone, they're not going to answer that. They're not going. It's not going down. That's a trade that's not going to happen.
So you saying that there's nothing to give. There's always draft picks, bro.
True enough. Yeah, huge. But I'm saying it was like, what draft pick are they talking about? Like, where?
That's the
like
thing.
at this point. At this point,
because y'all don't have a pick this year coming up, right?
No, we don't. Not a first round.
First round. That right there is enough. A first round pick is enough for y'all.
No, not if
for Garoppolo.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
it
not. It's
is.
not like they're going to get a like if we was to even get a first round pick for
Mm-hmm.
Garoppolo or a second round pick, the value of that pick potentially could be diminished because of Garoppolo. Like we're trading you the reason why the pick isn't going to be worth anything really, because you're going. It's a second round. It becomes a late round pick potentially.
Let me explain it. Let me throw this scenario out there to you like this. Then let's say y'all trade was to trade Garoppolo to the Cowboys for a first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Say Trey Lance doesn't pan out. Guess
Mm-hmm.
what? You have a plethora of quarterbacks that you could move on from Trey and get another quarterback because of this upcoming season, this 2023 draft. You have the Burrow, not the Burrow, but you have what is his name from
Who?
Alabama. You have
No,
old boy
Bryce Young,
Bryce Young. You have old boy from Ohio State. You have old boy from you
C.J.
got
Stroud.
Spence, you have DJ Stroud. You have Spencer Rattler coming out. You have your boy from USC probably coming out.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere. Caleb
Caleb,
Williams.
Caleb, he may come out. There's a plethora of quarterbacks that's coming out in this next draft, and that's worth that's worth a
But do you
first
want to know
round
though?
pick.
Do you
What's
want
up,
to get
Eric?
rid of a rookie just to bring another one in?
Nah, that's
That,
what I'm saying.
that's what they
That's
did.
not
Hold
going to
on.
happen. That's what y'all did. That's what y'all did in that's what they did in Arizona. But nah,
Well,
I'm
I
saying
mean,
if it ain't panning out, if it ain't panning out for Trey, if it ain't panning out for Trey, and then we got to look at this too. Depending on what happens keep this in mind, fellas. Keep in mind about Lamar Jackson. This dude ain't signed the contract yet. This dude's still yet to sign the contract. He may be on the market as well.
you got to.
There's some
And they
scenarios
gonna
out there
franchise
that
by
play.
the season.
yeah, they're gonna franchise him if he
It's
doesn't what.
possible.
They gonna
It's
franchise
possible.
by the season.
Because you got to think of and then like and additionally doing that doesn't work because what are you gonna do with Dak Prescott? Like Lamar, the only reason
Oh,
Lamar
Dak
ain't
gonna
stuck.
end up somewhere. He can end up somewhere, but this is the thing. We got to keep this too, Trey. Dak has been there. How many? What? This is fifth season,
Yeah,
sixth season.
he just got paid. He just got paid for he just signed his contract last year. So they're not finna move on from that. Not yet. That would be that unless it would. So I'm saying what I'm thinking of is it right now they just need a stopgap until Dak comes back,
And you
and
saying
that's
Garoppolo is not a stopgap?
no, he is a stopgap. But
Okay,
what I'm
okay,
saying is, but
okay.
what I'm saying is, I don't foresee that there. I don't foresee them giving up that type of money for a stopgap because he's not going to be.
So let
He's
me
not
ask you this,
expected.
Trey. What do y'all
Yes,
need? What would y'all need? It will like what would be a perfect?
we need Garoppolo.
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying what do y'all need outside of the quarterback position?
I mean, everyone could always use. We can use another quarter. I mean, another wide receiver. We can use more DBs. But it's Garoppolo is the biggest need because
So
again,
Gallup
it
for
trade.
Garoppolo.
No, not Gallup. Hell no. Yeah, why don't they go after Mason Rudolph? Go
That was
tell
that
them to go
Gallup.
go after go after Mason Rudolph.
Mm,
Yeah, so that's not. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'm very sure they're gonna find somebody. I don't think Jimmy would have been key if he hadn't just redid the deal and everything like that, and restructured the deal for it to stay in San Francisco. And now, like after what we seen yesterday with Trey Lance, of course, now that I think it starts a clock on whether or not Trey is going to actually be ready if he can overcome those issues. Like I said, again, the elements the elements showed some stuff. It even showed that he isn't who we thought he was, or it showed that, saying that he can't play in that type of element. One or two things. Because what would have happened is, say they had beat Chicago, and then we would have been drinking the Kool-Aid, and then probably what could have happened is we would have got exposed by someone else. You know what I'm saying? But now what we see is, okay, the elements showed this. If this is the truth, if this is the same thing that we see against Seattle, we got problems. Insert Jimmy Garoppolo possibly, or
mm-hmm.
the talks get louder is what it comes out to be in my opinion. So, but I don't think it's enough to where I don't think at this point you need to be specific Jimmy G. He's a safety, he's an insurance policy, and I don't think they're going to sell that insurance policy.
No.
Uh, who else we got? Oh, one of the games, of course. Cleveland faced off against Carolina. Where's the stand that he ain't in here? Cleveland. That's another person that ain't around. Cleveland Browns victorious 26-24. Jacoby Brissett 18 for 34 for 147 yards passing, one TD. Nick Chubb 22 carries for 141 yards. Kareem Hunt, 11 for 46. Receiving, Donovan Peoples-Jones, 6 receptions for 60 yards. Kareem Hunt, 4 receptions, 24 yards, 1 touchdown. Anthony Schwartz was 1 for 19. Harrison Bryant, 2 for 18. Amari Cooper was 3 for 17. Njoku, 1 for 7. On the Panther side of the ball, Baker Mayfield, 16 for 27, 235 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Christian McCaffrey back in action, 10 carries for 33 yards and a touchdown. DJ Moore was 1 for 7 rushing. Baker was 5 for 6 in rushing and a touchdown. Deonta Foreman, 2 for 5 in a touchdown. And Chuba Hubbard was 1 for 3 carries. Robbie Anderson, 5 receptions, 102 yards, 1 touchdown. Ian Thomas, 2 for 53. DJ Moore, 3 for 43. Christian McCaffrey, 4 for 24. And with the Cleveland Browns getting the W 26-24, of course, it was off a field goal in which they won. A missed field goal, however. Ron, Eric, what did y'all think about this game?
Dang, Baker. Dang. That was my thoughts. That was
I actually thought it was gonna be. I thought
You said you thought the Browns
Carolina
were
would
gonna
have
take care
did
of
better.
business? Yeah,
No, I thought Carolina was gonna do better for real.
definitely.
I really did, man. I thought they was gonna do better. But I don't know, man. Maybe
I thought they was gonna come out rolling. I thought Baker was gonna be throwing the ball all over the place. He was looking struggling. I was shocked, but
yeah, him and Moore, I thought they were gonna be like phase a lot. They wasn't playing like I thought they was gonna play, man. I expected more out of that man, for real. I mean, I don't believe in them like that, but I thought they'd do good enough to beat Cleveland. Clearly.
DJ Moore only 3 targets,
Yeah, that
43
was
yards.
unexpected.
I'm pretty sure fantasy owners is
like
pissed.
that kind of showed me like how Carolina, like I said, Carolina might win like 2 games this year.
How? Yeah.
DJ Moore, his low input wasn't expected. Robbie Moore, of course, he was open on one of it's the first week. I guess we should always keep that in perspective. It's the first week, but
We can
still,
say that.
there's some things you just suspect in the first
That's
week.
why
Still,
that's why this goes both ways. When you say it's the first, it's true, but then it's bad because normally that's when you got all your team is fresh.
yeah.
You're starting brand new. So losing the first game is good, but it's bad because if you don't gonna be all because of injury.
I think Baker
because of raw talent. I mean, pure talent just not there.
What are you about to say, Ron?
I think Baker had the yips too. He fumbled 4 times, and he like we said, he ain't looking sync. The thing that's bothered me the most is he had that 1 touchdown run, and he ran in, and his team was coming around him, and he just went and did his own thing and threw the ball and wanted to feel like the man, and they kind of was just looking at him like, okay.
That's the energy you got now.
And I was like, why? I was just looking at the energy, and I was just like, why is it like that? But I'm like, wow, I understand. Baker really got to like prove himself. He had a rough year, and he was not ready for week 1. Man.
Moving on, another game. Some games I gotta. Some of these games I gotta save till Bishop is around because he got a lot to say about some of these players. But so I'll get back. But of course, Las Vegas Raiders faced off against the Los Angeles Chargers, a West Coast duel in the AFC East. AFC West. Derek Carr 2 for 37 yards passing, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Josh Jacobs. How did I know this dude was going to show up? What's going on, Coach? Good morning. Congratulations on your win. He the first person I thought of when I seen the damn score when I got home. I was like, hell. Josh Jacobs, 10 for 57. Brandon Bolden, 3 for 7. Devontae Adams, 10 for 110 yards, 10 receptions, 141 yards, 1 touchdown. Darren Waller, 4 for 79. Hunter Renfrow, 3 for 21. Brandon Bolden, 2 for 21. Josh Jacobs, 1 for 16. On the opposite side of the ball, the Chargers, Justin Herbert, 226 26 passes for 34 out of 34, 279 passing, 3 touchdowns. Austin Eckler was 14 carries for 36 yards. Joshua Kelly, 4 for 21. Sony Michelle, 7 for 12. In receiving, Kelly Allen was 4 for 66. DeAndre Carter, 3 for 64, 1 touchdown. Gerald Everett, 3 for 54 with 1 touchdown. Austin Eckler, 4 for 36. And Alexander Horvath was 2 for 6 with a touchdown to end out. And the defense, I think the defense was key for the basically for the Chargers, and that's maybe what solidified the game. Matt doing his thing against his old team. Herbert. A lot of people. I was talking to someone over the weekend in which they don't believe in Herbert currently. He said that Herbert isn't who everyone thinks he is. It
I
remains
know
to be
who he
seen, of
is.
course. Who's Herbert?
He's literally what the Chargers always have had. He's Phillip Rivers reincarnated.
And that's the same. I think that's the same thing. Which actually, it was Cece who I talked to over the weekend. He said the same thing. He's like he's Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, them boys need a coach. I don't like their game plan. I don't like how the whole game went. They wasn't feeding Elkler enough, especially because he's on my fantasy. Feed that man the ball. Keenan Allen went down. The Chargers is about to have a bumpy road. What I learned from this game, Trey, is Devontae Adams is the best receiver in the NFL. Oh my gosh, man. The Raiders offense was dead. I was like, isn't Waller on this team? Waller last year by yourself, he was getting like 20 catches, 200 yards in games. Where are you at? But nothing that the Chargers could do. Like the cornerback from the Patriots, they was going at it. And Devontae was just schooling him. Oh my gosh, Devontae's footwork. They had some great stops on him too, but
yes, they did. Yeah.
Whew, just looking at what Devontae did, like Devontae is the reason the Raiders got 19 points. And he's the reason why the Packers had, 3? It's real. It was real.
Yeah. I see exactly where you're going. That makes complete sense. Yes.
He had 10 catches, 141 yards. If Derek Carr threw 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. If he was decent, Devontae Adams has a 250-yard game. He was just eating. Now, but we got Eric back. I'm pretty sure y'all been talking about Jefferson too, but man, oh man.
So a lot, and we ain't even got to a few of the other players that showed out. Like you said, Devontae showed out, Jefferson showed out. I guess you could say Cup showed out on Thursday night.
I wouldn't go there.
No.
No, Jefferson.
Rams got embarrassed. Period.
I almost cried watching that game. That man.
Which game?
It's hard when you're a Super Bowl team.
I got one shoe.
Let me see another one. Who else we got? Plenty of games. Oh, the surprise! The Titans and the Giants. I was definitely surprised at this to an extent. Of course, the Giants pulled off the victory off again, a missed field goal. I thought Tennessee was going to walk away with this W, but it didn't happen. But the Giants gets their first win. Interestingly enough, for all those Cowboys fans out there, everyone in the NFC East got a win except the Cowboys.
Wild.
But the Giants faced off against the Tennessee Titans. New York getting the W 21-20. Tennessee had an opportunity to win it in the last seconds of the game. Wide left kick. Daniel Jones for the Giants, 17 for 21, passing 188 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Saquon Barkley, welcome back to the NFL. 18 carries, 164 yards, 1 touchdown. Daniel Jones contributed with 6 for 25. Matt Breida, 5 for 24. Kadarius Toney, the receiver, 2 for 23. Sterling Shepard, welcome back to the NFL. 2 receptions, 71 yards, 1 touchdown. Richie James, 5 for 59. Saquon contributed with 6 receptions for 30 yards. Kenny Galloway, 2 for 22. The Titans, Ryan Tannehill, 20 for 33, 266 yards, 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 21 carries, 82 yards. They kind of had him locked down. Even some thumpers. He was walloped a few times. Like, yo, you're not finna do us. We're not falling for the banana and tailpipe trick. We're not gonna let you do us like you do everybody else. Again, it's first game of the season. Derek is going to remember that, and he's going to come back. Dontrell Hilliard, 2 for 8. Receiving, Kyle Phillips, 6 for 66. Dontrell Hilliard, 3 for 61. Traylon Burks, the rookie, 3 for 55. Kobe Hollister, 1 for 22. Jess Swain, 3 for 19. And Robert Woods, 1 for 13. Obviously, there was a few people that didn't show up like we expected, but in any case, it doesn't make a difference. The New York got the W. Bishop, NFC East. Every team except for the Dallas Cowboys with
Them
a
Dallas
W.
Cowboys, baby. That's right. Every team in the NFC East but them Cowboys. That's right. That's why I was so happy the Cowboys lost, because Giants won, Commanders won, we won. I was happy. I was so happy because that put them at the bottom of the poll where they deserve to be. At least Tennessee is disappointing us early.
I was about to say, y'all agree with this, with Coach
At
Ryan?
some point, I see Tannehill getting benched, single-handedly holding this team back. Wow.
Do y'all think it was Tannehill's fault? This game? Oh, Eric checking. He said, "Yeah."
You
Ron, you agree?
You blame him? Okay.
No, I don't blame Tannehill. He had his average numbers.
Okay.
I think this. They got out coached. That's how I see it. I feel like he got out coached. I feel like the Giants came with a better plan. They executed it, and it worked. Sometimes plans do play out better. When coaches put those game plans together, they do play out better.
Who else? Let me see who else we got. We just went over that. Vikings we went over earlier. Let's get to them Commanders. Carson Wentz crew stand up, gets the W against a certain person, someone on the show. 3 of these kids is doing their own thing. 3 of these kids are kind of the same. But one of these kids was doing his own thing when he said Trevor Lawrence would play. Now it's time to play our game. So, of course,
Trevor Lawrence still did his thing, bro.
Trevor Lawrence got an L in state. That's what
he got an L on the road, but he was still 24 for 42, 275 yards, and 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Okay.
James Robinson, 11 carries, 66 yards, 1 touchdown. Travis Etienne Jr., 4 for 47. Receiving, Christian Kirk, 6 receptions, 117 yards. Zay Jones, 665. Marvin Jones, 4 for 38. Evan Ingram, 4 for 28. Travis Etienne Jr., 2 for 18. Like you said, Trevor Lawrence
did not look good, Zach. Wentz did not. He still threw 2 picks. He had 4 touchdowns.
313, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 for.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Professor. But listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something about Wentz. He gives you glimpses of perfection of a guy who can really do something, but he always reverts back to the old Carson Wentz.
Right now, he's a 1-0 in the season, and you know what I'm saying.
What was that you just said a second ago though? Before you went to this, didn't you say this is just week 1?
Week 1.
Okay, yes, okay. This is the same quarterback that could have win over the same Jaguars in the playoffs to get into the playoffs last year. And this is
but he took care of business. He didn't do it what he was supposed to. Yeah, correct. He was.
Same guy.
Antonio Gibson, 14 for 58 rushing. Curtis Samuel, 4 for 17. Carson Wentz, 6 for 12. Antonio Gibson, 7 receptions, 72 yards. Terry McLaurin, 2 for 58, 1 touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 8 for 55, 1 touchdown. Damn, I should have. I'm gonna go back and do some.
We're gonna talk about the fantasy things too. Don't think we're gonna skip it. Don't think we're gonna skip it. Fantasy's coming next, y'all. Don't think we gonna forget about fantasy.
Shout out to Zach. Shout out to Zach. He got me in the Cyro 5 league. He's gonna win.
He didn't just get you.
Hold up. Wait. What we not gonna do? It's not a thrashing. He still has one player to play tonight, but you know what I'm saying?
And you have none. You have not.
Like I said, a loss is a loss.
Yeah.
What? Not
I
the
lost.
Yes,
infamous
this dude here. Yes.
Oh, don't
Remember
worry.
Eric?
Don't
I
worry.
can't wait. Yeah, that dude right there, Eric. Yeah, that dude
All
right
I have to
there,
say,
Eric. Yes.
all I have to say is
That
all I
dude
have to
right there,
say
guys.
Tell me
is
now, you lying.
all I have to
I
say
don't
is
Yes.
believe.
all my life. That's all I'm
I
gonna
don't
say.
believe you lost,
All
bro.
my life.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
dude
believe
right
you
there,
lost,
bro.
big dog.
That dude right there, bro. Yes.
I
Let's
don't
go.
believe
Let's
you
go
lost.
to
I
the
don't believe you lost. For real.
That
who
dude right
that
there, Eric. The one that talked
who
all that
that day
stuff
is gonna
about.
beat them Saints. So the
Bro, I
Saints,
don't
you know what I'm
believe you
saying?
lost, bro. Look me in
The
my
Saints.
eyes, man.
You know what?
Trey, look at me, man.
All I'm gonna tell
Look
y'all.
at me.
Sometimes y'all have to block. All I have to do is sometimes y'all got to block out the noise because if you don't, they would take you there. So sometimes you gotta block out the noise
Let's
and keep it
go.
pushing. So you know
Look
what
at me
I'm
in my
saying?
Let's
eyes
We
and
gonna
go.
tell me you believe.
we gonna definitely get to it. You know what I'm saying? The Saints get the W, winning 27-26, as what we thought was gonna happen. We thought the Falcons was gonna take care of business. Jameis Winston, Michael Thomas decided to do something different. Jameis Winston, 23 for 34, 269 yards, 2 touchdowns. Taysom Hill, 4 for 81 with a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 9 for 39. Mark Ingram Jr., 4 rushes for 22. Uh, why is Taysom? Well, I know Jarvis Landry, 7 receptions, 114 yards. Michael Thomas, not 1 but 2 in his return, 5 for 5 receptions for 57 yards. Jawan Johnson, 2 for 43. Chris Overlay, 3 for 41. The Falcons, Marcus Mariota, 20 for 33, 215 yards. Cordell Patterson, 22 carries. They ran him like he's been playing running back since he came into the league. Cordell Patterson, 22 carries for 120 yards and a touchdown. Marcus Mariota contributed with 12 carries, 72 yards and a touchdown. Avery Williams, 2 for 7. Drake London, let's go stand up USC alums. Drake London, 5 receptions for 77 yards. Uh, Almondy, Zacchaeus, 4 for 49. Cordero Hodge, 3 for 38. Kyle Pitts, 2 for 19. Cordell Patterson, 3 for 16. Like you said, the Saints was out there. I mean, the Falcons was running for a second, and
They got
then
that curse, man. They got
that
that
fourth
comeback curse on
that
them.
fourth that fourth
That
quarter for the Saints open the floodgates, and they get the 1 point victory, winning 27-26 to take to tie. Actually, can say I guess they tied in currently with the Buccaneers in the division as of right now. Like again, we'll continue to provide say. It's early. It's only week one. A couple of other games.
I will say this. For Marcus Mariota, he
Mm-hmm.
didn't play bad. He was 20. We heard 20 for 33 for 215 yards. Marcus
Mm-hmm.
Mariota, he didn't have any touchdown, but he didn't have any interceptions either. So he didn't turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
However, he didn't get in the end zone. But they did put up 26 points. With that being said, they rushed the ball. They had 2 rushing touchdowns with Marcus Mariota and Cordell Patterson. Marcus Mariota did not look bad at all. Like you said, they was up. They blew a lead again. Once again, they just have that. It's something about that Atlanta team, man. They
the
blow
20, like Coach was just saying, 20 points. 20 points is
they blow leads like it ain't nothing, bro. Like they I don't know.
Hey.
They got to get up by 40 to secure a win for them, because anything in the 20s, somebody likely to come back on them. But man, shouts out to go ahead, see Eric.
All the other comebacks, no excuse for it. So Michael Thomas,
Yeah,
hey, man.
Yeah.
That man turned whatever he did turn on with.
He turned it on. He turned it on.
Boy.
He turned it on.
Boy.
He did. He turned it on. He did. I can't knock him. He turned it on. And man, shouts out to Jameis, man. He came out there and ball. He came out there and ball.
Like, I give him that, man.
Yeah. Jameis came out there and ball. I ain't gonna lie. Jameis came out there.
Yeah, they both is like, hey, we got to stand up now. And so, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the Saints. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing. Patriots and Dolphins. Patriots and Dolphins. Of course, you know what I'm saying? The Patriots take on the Dolphins. I'm not. Mac Jones, 21 for 30, 213 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Damian Harris, 9 carries for 48 yards. Ramondre Stevenson, 8 for 25. Jacoby Myers, 4 for 55. Receiving Kendrick Bourne 1 for 41, John Smith 3 for 33, Nelson Aguilar 3 for 28, Hunter Henry 2 for 20, and of course Ty Montgomery 3 for 15 with a touchdown. The Dolphins Tua Tagovailoa 23 for 33, 270, one touchdown. Chase Edmonds led the rushing attack, 12 carries, what the most receptions carries, 12 carries for 25 yards. Raheem Mostert 5 for 16. Jalen Waddle even got 1 for 8. But the receiving, 8 receptions, 94 yards for Tyreek Hill. 17, Jalen Waddle, 4 receptions, 69 yards, and a touchdown to go. Along with that, Chase Edmonds, 4 for 40 yards. Cedric Wilson, 2 for 20. Raheem Mostert, 1 for 16. And a couple of one-offs there as the Dolphins get a handedly win 20-7 to end for the giving them the 1-0 start for the season. As we know, Mac Jones was injured on one of the plays in which he's currently expected to be out a little bit with some back pain as they go on that. Of course, we'll know by Thursday if he's going to be available for their next game. What did y'all think of the Tua experience so far?
He ain't do nothing.
Okay.
23 for 33. I mean, I'm not gonna knock him, man. He had 270 yards, so I give him that. He did throw 1 touchdown. Tyreek did have a bunch of catches. However, he didn't make it in the end zone not once. But good game for Miami. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really. It's again one game. It's one game, and it was against the Patriots. Mac Jones didn't do what I expected him to do. Kind of fell short. Even though he was 21 for 30 or 230. 213. I still feel like he could have did more, but man, shout out. I mean, they won on Miami won at home, which they were supposed to. So I think it's still early to see if Tua's that dude, but they got the dub.
This other bad man that we about to talk about. I give respect. Go ahead, Eric.
Eric, what's up?
I feel like Tua was forcing it to Hill. That's not gonna work against any.
Yeah, someone's they're gonna key on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every time you can tell he watched Hill. Like when the play was going to Hill, he watched him from the snap until he let it go.
Right.
Whether he was open or not, he still threw the ball to him. That little wheel route, he ran on the side. He had his hand on the defensive back. He is touching the defensive back, and the quarterback still threw the ball.
Right.
Like I have never seen him. He still caught it. That's what Hill does. So they using Hill like he's supposed to. Get it to him short, let his speed do the work.
Right.
But it's not gonna work in the season. It's not gonna play out long enough.
Right.
I give him, big ups on the win. But that game plan they trying to run ain't gonna work.
Right. Right.
So this next one, this dude's a bad man. I give respect where respect is due. Again, first game of the season, and who they played. But
that ain't what you gonna do, Trey.
That's what it is.
I told you this dude was gonna be all right. Go ahead though. I told you he's gonna be all right. I told you.
Right now, maybe. But
maybe
the Kansas City
44 points
faced off against the Arizona Cardinals.
44
getting the W, like Bishop just said, 44-21. Kyler Murray in the losing effort, 22 points. 22 for 34, 193, 2 touchdowns. Trace McSorley, 2 for 24 at 12. Kyler Murray, additionally, 5 carries for 29 yards. Eno Benjamin, 4 for 28. James Conner, 10 for 26 and a touchdown. Greg Dortch, 7 receptions, 63 yards. Marquise Brown, 4 for 43 yards, 1 touchdown. Eno Benjamin, 3 for 33. Connors, 5 for 29. Zach Ertz, 2 for 14, 1 touchdown. AJ Green, 2 for 13. And Andy Isabella, 1 for 10. But that man, number 15, 30 for 39, 360 yards, 5 touchdowns.
5. And you say he ain't gonna. You say everybody saying he ain't gonna be that man without Tyreek.
First week.
What?
Again, yes, but again, he wasn't up against a potent or even a remotely potent defense. But like I said, all of them are professionals, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Russian Isaiah Pacheco, 12 for 62 for 1 touchdown. Kyle Edwards-Helaire, 7 for 42. Jerick McKinnon, 4 for 22. Mahomes even got 3 for 5. Travis Kelce, that man, golly.
I told you. I told you
God
his
dang,
man
Travis.
was going to be Travis Kelce once Tyreek Hill 8 for 121 yards as a tight end. I
That's how.
told you
That's
that.
how. That's
I
how.
told and one touchdown. I told
That's
you
how.
that.
That's how. Ma is ahead of me. That's the difference.
I
He's the
told you
Travis
that.
Kelce was the
Hey,
difference.
yeah, quick question though, like, do y'all feel like they made this game plan? Because like them red zone, them touchdown plays, he made those pass plays. They could have ran a lot of them.
Absolutely.
So I feel like they was trying to
Prove a
show
point.
teams,
Pat,
hey,
Pat, yeah, Pat.
I
we don't
truly
need
believe
you here.
Andy Reid. I believe Andy Reid was trying to
Like that
prove
little forward. Oh, he just like, I know he doing a lot, but some of them
But come on,
like,
bruh.
it
I
was
feel like
designed
Andy
for them to
Reid
say,
was
hey.
trying. I feel like Andy Reid was like, look, everybody don't believe you, that dude over here in Kansas City, because Tyreek Hill is gone. I want you to show and prove to everybody today that you that man. You that man. If you get 5 or more touchdowns, I want you to keep doing what you do. And he did that.
I believe that because it was obvious run play.
And he was still throwing the ball. Yeah, still throwing the ball. Like, I'm going to show y'all I'm that dude. I'm going to show y'all. We got 1 yard to get into the end zone. I'm still going to throw it. Y'all still can't stop me. I'm still going to throw this ball. Y'all still can't stop me.
Additionally, Juju Smith-Schuster, 6 receptions, 79 yards. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 4 for 44. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 3 for 32. Sky Moore, 1 for 30. Jarrett McKinnon, 3 for 27. McCole Hardman, 3 for 27. Like, he was throwing the ball all over the place.
The field. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
11,
7, 8,
10,
9, 10,
11 receivers.
11. Bro, that dude is that man. Y'all I tried to tell you.
Again,
I tried to tell you this dude gonna be that dude, bro. Y'all sleeping on this guy, man.
And sit over Buffalo?
Nah, I ain't giving it that yet. It's a difference. Like I said, they play Arizona's defense, and that is. But they did, you know, what I'm saying, they did what Andy Reid. I was talking to CC Cornelius over the weekend,
right,
and he talked about how Andy Reid has a propensity to, no matter who he has, he puts people in play. He did it in Philadelphia with 5 straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man Andy Reid is a wizard for real. And you know what I'm saying? And he shows it. So, you know what I'm saying? I think I was more disrespectful towards Andy Reid than I was towards Mahomes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just basically I said Mahomes, Andy Reid coaches. Like we said, talking about earlier, these coaches. Andy Reid coaches. He's a coach.
He's that dude. He's that dude. We cannot deny the fact. Question, Uriah Hunter. One question: did Kyler Murray do his homework? I'm asking it after every loss now. Coach Hunter, don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. You know that dude got to go watch tape and all that. He got to be in the film room today, early in the morning while everybody was sleeping.
He should. Hopefully, he was the first person in.
Yeah, drunk. I will say KC offense look better with Tyreek Hill, and I'm standing on. I'm not saying they don't. What I'm saying is Kansas City can do without Tyreek Hill, as obviously shown. Tyreek Hill wasn't the heartbeat of that offense.
Now they have a plethora of weapons in which he can go
to. Patrick Mahomes is the heart of that offense. Patrick Mahomes is the offense.
It's always been the tight end, man.
Yeah,
it's always been Kelce. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek Hill took the pressure off the tight end.
You said you meant without. Okay.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill took the pressure off. Was able to gave a different level to where Kelce could operate in that intermediate. But now you have Kelce and Juju that are going to be operating in that intermediate. But Cole Hardman could blow the top off.
And Scantling.
And Scantling, they could blow the tops off. But, I mean, we're going to see, like I said, as we get further into the season, where they start playing defense and stuff like that, that comes across for every team. Like you said, once we start seeing these teams, the only team we can say play the defense and put that thigh out on them at this point is the Buffalo Bills. That's the only team I think we can say that play the defense first week and basically
still skull drug them.
Yeah, wallop them, you know what I'm saying, and show them like we are.
You said the only team? So the Packers ain't got no defense?
Hell no. You think the Packers got a defense?
Packers ain't really had. Come on, Eric. Come on. We give you props now. Come on, Eric. We'll give you props.
Bro.
Come on, Eric.
We got to go off last year, right?
Right.
Correct.
So last year, the Green Bay Packers,
they had a defense
did not have
last
a defense.
year. But they don't have that same defense.
They don't have that same defense this year, though.
Please look.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you that. Okay. The same thing for the Vikings. I'll give you that because it's a reason why. But I'll give you that. I give him that. Because technically neither of the Rams have the same defense they had last year either.
Well, Green Bay's defense took a big step. They was 9th overall, 10th in pass defense, and 11th in run, and 14th in scoring.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they was top 10 in defense.
Okay. All right. I stand corrected. All right. I got
So,
you. All right, Eric. All right. All right. Zach said, I think that bad man will have a chip on his shoulder. He's going to show everyone he'll. You right. I totally agree to that, bro. I think this has been. Y'all know what? I'm gonna say it now. Patrick Mahomes gonna get MVP.
Nah.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Fred. What up?
If he
What
don't,
up?
I can agree with that.
Yep, he's gonna get MVP, bro. I'm saying it now. Patrick Mahomes is gonna get MVP, bro. If he continue to play like this, bro, 5 touchdowns. Like that's how you set the tempo. That's how you set the tempo for week 1, right there. That's how you set the tempo. 5 touchdowns and no interceptions, none, not one.
Are we seeing the AFC?
And almost over 400 yards.
Are we seeing the potential AFC championship with a clash of last year?
We could.
Yeah.
The Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs.
That would be historical right there. We could.
Only difference that overtime different now.
Yeah. We both get to touch it.
Hey, how to get the ball back there?
Let him get. It's like, here, hold my beer. Let me go.
Hold my beer. Let me. Hold this for a second. I'll be right back.
Put Booby in. Let Booby spin. That's what we.
I'll be right back. Hold what you got. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Let's talk about. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this surprise: the Colts versus the Texans. First game. First week, a tie, Indian tie. What we thought, I thought Matt was going to take care of business.
I did too.
I thought Matt was going to take care of business.
But that Texan defense ain't no pump.
Matt Ryan,
Texas defense is no pump.
32 of 50, 352.
The ball.
I bet he did. Yeah, we look at he took care of business. He did what he thought it for Matt. He's a gunslinger.
He had 50 throws, man. 50 passes.
30 passes in a game.
32 for 50, 352 yards.
And they ran the ball over 30 times.
Jonathan Allen, 31 for 161, plus a touchdown. Matt Ryan, 4 for 12. Michael Pittman Jr., another USC alum, stand up, 9 receptions, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. Naheem Hines, that's another person I got to go get. Dang, I'm tripping. I'm slipping on my Pippin. 6 receptions, 50 yards. Ashton Dalton, 3 for 46. Paris Campbell, 3 for 37. But the Texans came to play. Davis Mills showing that, hey, I'm a quarterback in this league. 23 for 37, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's not shabby. Rex Burkhead, 14 for 40 yards rushing. Damian Pierce, 11 for 33. Brandon Cooks, I tried, but someone beat me. Brandon Cooks, 7 for 82. OJ Howard, he has emerged in Houston after being bounced around, 2 for 38, 2 touchdowns. Chris Moore, 3 for 31. Rex Burkhead, 5 for 30. It wasn't a W. They didn't get a W, but they didn't get a loss either. The Houston Texans start off with, I think some Texas fans could take that. They're probably fine with that. I didn't watch the game, so to see if it was in intricacies or anything like that, because we was coming back from DC. What do y'all think about this in-state? Or are Texans here? Is it, or was this just a bad showing from the Colts?
Go ahead. I'll let Eric speak about it first, because I'll let Eric.
I feel like both of these teams got a lot of growing to do together. Mm-hmm. The coach gonna be all right.
They are.
They let Matt Ryan continue to do what Matt Ryan does.
I
agree. They play his style of football. He gonna be
and they got one of the best running backs in the league.
Mm-hmm.
They got one of the best running backs in the league. So
for any quarterback, anytime your coach lets you throw the ball 50 times.
That part.
In a single game. I don't know
that part.
If y'all know, bro, 50 passes in a game.
That's a lot.
You on offense for a long time.
That's a lot.
Or your coach just trusts you.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's rare, man.
That's a lot.
So I don't know, but I feel like the Texans did better than I thought.
Me too. Me too. I really did. Even though it was a coach, Matt Ryan. Yep. Even though it was a coach and it was Matt Ryan, We know what Matt Ryan is getting up there in age and stuff like that. I thought the same thing. I thought the Colts was going to come in there in Houston at that. I thought they were going to come in and blow Houston out the water. But Houston had a different story, and so did Mills. I'm actually kind of shocked. I really didn't think that the Houston Texans was going to be competitive enough to beat to even stay with the Colts, and they proved me wrong. But I do agree with Eric. Matt Ryan and them Colts, they're going to be problems. They're going to be problems. If he could throw 50, if he throwing 50 passes again, yeah, and running the ball 31 times, over 31 times, oh, they finna be problems. They finna be problems. They just got to figure out. They got some areas in certain areas they got to work on. Once they figure, if they can figure that out, they're going to be problems. They're going to be problems.
Coach Ryan said Lovie Smith pissed him off by conservative and setting for a tie. Some crap he did, same crap he did in Chicago, played to win the game.
So what was that? Because they didn't even go into an overtime.
Yeah, they went to overtime. That was it. That was it. I ain't even go to get a chance to see any.
I didn't see that game either.
But yeah, so it's like it's. But I mean, it's like I said, it's not a loss, it's not a win. Lovie Smith, he's still he hasn't lost as a head coach in Houston yet, so he could say that. We said we thought we were going to outplay Atlanta.
Nobody won the AFC South.
Who? The Colts?
Nobody won in their division.
Oh yeah.
Coach Texans, they tied.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Oh, so that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Nobody won.
two more games to talk about. Then we can go in and talk about what's tonight game. Then of course I can hear all the hoopla about the fantasy football. So yesterday, the Falcons. Not the Falcons. The Baltimore Ravens get the 24-9 win over the Jets. Of course, I think that was expected. Lamar Jackson 17 for 30, 213 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Kenyon Drake 11 carries for 31 yards. Lamar had 6 for 17. Mike Davis 2 for 11. Rashad Bateman 2 receptions, 59 yards, 1 touchdown. Devin Duvernay 4 for 54 with 2 touchdowns. Mark Andrews 5 for 20 for 52. Demarcus Robinson 2 for 19. Kenyon Drake 1 for 15 himself. Justin Hill 2 for 7. Other opposite side of the ball, the Jets. Joe Flacco 37 for 59. God dang, 307 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not shabby. That's not shabby either.
60 passes.
60 passes. But you know what? 60, yeah, that is shabby.
60
yeah, you ain't got 9 points and you
This one of them same thing, make you laugh, make you cry type situation. That was through the ball. They only did that because they were so far behind in the fourth quarter.
Okay, I get
right.
He had enough.
Right.
Yeah, he had
right.
no
One game, you got no running back at all. You had to throw the ball.
Right.
Michael Carter, 10 carries for 60 yards. Breece Hall, 6 for 23. Joe Flacco had 1 himself. Corey Davis, 6 receptions for 77 yards. Garrett Wilson, the rookie, 4 for 52. Elijah Moore, 5 for 49. Michael Carter, 7 for 40. Breece Hall, 6 for 38. Yeah, because his running back is getting that work. Braxton Berrios, 5 for 37. Yeah. Okay, I see now. When you look at it, it's... So the Baltimore Ravens 1-0 themselves, 24. Lamar, as you say, I don't know if y'all seen or heard the outcome. Supposedly, he had $180 million offered to him in guaranteed money, and he still was like, "Nah, we need to continue. We need to do better." As we know, he wants that type of money, that Deshaun Watson type of guaranteed
He's trying
money.
To set the market. He's trying to set the market,
or he's trying to beat the market. One or two.
Everything.
But so. We talked about it before, and Eric, of course, Eric, you see it, but I can see because it's like I'm a Super Bowl quarterback, and I'm only 25 years old. I'm not Super Bowl. I'm an MVP. I'm an MVP quarterback, and I'm only 25 years old. Like, what has Deshaun did besides cost? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can kind of see that, and where he's like, "What's my value? Hell, you're not even giving more value than Kyler. If we ain't even talk about Deshaun." Kyler Murray. We both got Heisman trophies, but that's college. We pros. And as a pro, I have more accolades than this man. Why are y'all coming to the table offering me $180 million guaranteed when he got $189 million guaranteed?
I mean,
make that make sense.
Yeah, got a valid point.
That's why I'm sorry, but Lamar, I gave Lamar guaranteed whatever. You got
That's
Yeah, like yo, guarantee this man the weather. Let's go find him some. Let's go.
But
find
y'all
him
got to
more
keep in
weapons.
mind, Eric and Trey. Y'all got to keep in mind the reason why these owners and these front office people are hesitant. No, listen, are hesitant on giving him this money is one major factor, and I bet y'all all know he's a mobile.
Devil's advocate. Come on.
Mobile, yeah, he's a
mobile quarterback.
He's a mobile quarterback.
They
feel as though as soon as they give him,
he could be Michael Vick, or he could be Robert Griffin.
That part. But as soon as he gets their thought process is, I promise you, I don't know for sure, but I promise you, this is what they're thinking. As soon as we get this dude this money,
he'll get injured.
He gonna get injured and be out for the season. He's been plagued with injuries. Hold on, Eric. He's been plagued with injuries in the past couple of seasons now. He's been out. He ain't been out for long periods of time, but he's had some injuries. So I'm telling you, that's their thought process. I'm telling you, that's why they so hesitant. I guarantee.
To give him big money.
Yeah, to give him big
This
money.
Is what I'm saying. You spoke on he's a dual threat quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same team that's trying to get him to stay in the pocket.
Right.
So they don't even want to use a man as a dual threat. So why would they even use that to pay him? That's not even in what they want him for.
Right.
They want him in the pocket.
Well, just like they wanted Vic in the pocket, but we know he's more dangerous outside the pocket.
Oh boy.
Eagles wanted Vic in the pocket. That's the only team that wanted. Atlanta wanted him to run. That's why they spread him out, gave him 5 receivers, and hope you will let your linebacker lead. He's gonna take off running every time.
I mean, I get you.
Eagles the only one that wanted him in the pocket.
I get, but he hurt everybody outside the pocket when he got out.
Yeah.
And I think that, and again, that's just my theory in regards to why they haven't paid Flacco yet. I mean, why they haven't paid Lamar is that they don't want risk factor. In my opinion, I think it's a risk factor on why they won't pay Lamar Jackson the money in which he deserves. They, like you said, like Trey said, they offered him 180 guaranteed. He was like, nah, how y'all gonna give me less than all these other cats and I'm an MVP winner? There's no way.
I gotta look into how contracts play out because they gonna try to franchise them.
Mm-hmm.
So they can franchise. So it doesn't do well. It don't bode well to franchise tag them additionally because when they do the franchise tag, the top 3 players in your position is an average of their money that you get paid for that 1 year. So it makes no sense to do that because they're going to instate. Remember they did that with Kirk Cousins when he was in Washington. So he's trying to get that guaranteed money to guarantee and he can play hardball. I guess he ain't got to pay no agent. He's only paying himself because he's doing the negotiating. So he's definitely playing hardball, but he's playing with house money. But at the same time, like he has to take in consideration like what his play is going to dictate them, forcing them to have to, because they could come back next year and try to fight and franchise tag him, but they're going to have to pay a pretty penny for him. And I mean, maybe it's a strategy. If he does enough to play, maybe they come back and be like, "Yo, we ain't got no choice but to sit up and to give you your money that you're asking for." But at that point, I was like, "Nah, you can't. That's last year's numbers. Like, I need money for this year."
That part. He's overdue.
It's
He's
the logic behind it to me, man.
Right.
You let the man play. You let him on your team for 4 or 5 years. He has control of your team. Now you don't want to pay him. You definitely going to go bring somebody else in and try to reincorporate your offense. That's crazy. You should just pay the man now. There's going to be more money later.
That's what I said earlier. I said that about a week ago. I said the longer y'all hold out, the more y'all gonna end up paying this dude. Especially if he keeps winning and he does. As long as he don't get hurt, y'all gonna end up paying this more and more and more and more. As long as he keep winning and keep playing the way he playing, I'm telling you, in the long run, y'all gonna hurt yourself.
Ron, why are they playing with his money? Are they playing with his money?
Yeah, they playing with his money.
They giving him offers. He just ain't taking them. So they playing with his money.
They playing with his money because they giving him BS offers. Ron, what you say?
And then they sabotaging the offense on the low key, so he looked bad.
And they sabotaging the offense.
Ron say anything, man. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man.
They gonna we make sure he look bad.
Ron created a whole other
One minute
narrative.
Ron
Like,
got
no,
the
that's what's
scenario.
going on. That's
A
what's
whole
going on.
nother scenario,
They
bro.
sit up and taking this. They making the offense
Ron
look
compare
bad.
everything to his fantasy team.
Had Duvernay out there balling. Who
He
Duvernay?
did.
Number
Robert
one now?
Duvernay, he
Oh
did.
my god.
Duvernay was balling. He was.
I'm like, dang, he ain't get picked on nobody's fantasy team.
Robert
That's
Duvernay.
true though, bro.
And now people gonna drink the
If
Kool-Aid
the
and go
Ravens
get him.
make
They're
it to
gonna
the
be
playoffs,
struggling.
Yeah.
if the Ravens see the playoffs, they're gonna have to pay that man highest paid quarterback number.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what he always done. He hasn't missed the playoffs yet, Eric. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
would pay that
last
man.
game-
It's disrespectful.
It's very
Last game played of the week. Of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers got the W, beating the Cincinnati Bengals 23-20. But they did end up losing some. First off, Mitchell Trubisky, 21 for 38, 194 yards, 1 touchdown. Trace Claypool rushed 6 carries for 36 yards. Najee Harris, 10 for 23. Mitch Trubisky, 3 for 9. Pratt Freeman. I go back to the offer that was given to me for this particular tight end, in which I didn't take. 5 for 75 yards. Deontay Johnson, 7 for 55. Zach Gentry, 2 for 40. Chase Claypool, 4 for 18 in his own. Najee Harris, 2 for 3 and a touchdown. The Bengals, led by Joe Burrows, 33 for 53, another 50-plus passing, 338 yards, 2 TDs, 4 interceptions, though. Joe Mixon, 27 carries for 82 yards. Joe Burrow, 6 for 47. Samaji P. Ryan, 1 for 4. Jamar Chase, 10 receptions, 129 yards, 1 touchdown. Joe Mixon, 7 for 63. Hayden Hurst, 5 for 46. Tyler Boyd, 4 for 33 with a touchdown. Samaje P. Ryan, 3 for 33. T. Higgins, 2 for 27. But they couldn't get the W. In this game, however, T.J. Watt, linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, potentially out with a torn pectoral muscle, as well as Najee Harris might be out as well with an injury. Barrel of riches, go like Ron's exact emotion. Like just when you thought things was gonna get good, that's and Ron's saying very sexy. This is where we're at with it now. Gentlemen, your take on the game last night was how did Pittsburgh look like it was another season?
Got off, man. Pittsburgh got off. They got off by the skin of their teeth, man. They barely got that dub. They got it. It is what it is. I can't knock them for getting it. They got it. However,
they were on the road playing the AFC champions. Why are you making it seem like they was playing the Jaguars?
Man, come on, man. Stop it.
Hey, man, just listen, bro.
Joe Burrow's exactly what I thought he was.
Joe Burrow was a one-hit wonder. He sang his best song last year.
Okay, y'all keep saying it. Okay. Just like y'all think
that hangover.
That hangover ain't gonna do. Watch this.
Listen to it. It's just like any other sport you play.
Mm-hmm.
When they didn't have tape on Joe Burrow last year, enough film to figure out how he played, nobody knew how to stop him. He was electrifying last year. What? Now they got enough. You can't stop Javon Chase. Just slow him down. And Burrow's the true colors came out. 4 interceptions in your first game.
Yeah,
brother, they got your number.
And a fumble.
So if the Steelers can get if the Steelers can do it, you know every team that's playing against Joe Burrow is going to watch the Steelers defense and reenact it and do the same thing. Okay. They're going to do it. So all you need is a good pressure up front. And Burrow's going to fold every time.
Okay.
They got that man number. That's it for Burrow. That's it for him.
Okay.
He might win 3 games.
Ooh.
Dang, that's a hell of a hangover.
Ooh, that's disrespectful.
Bro, I'm telling you. Yeah, I know we all watch football. Y'all have seen it before, man. Once them teams find out how you play, they lock in on you, bro. It's over.
So if that's
you
the
gotta
case,
change
Eric,
it up.
So if that's the case, Eric, they've been watching Lamar Jackson for how many seasons now? And they still ain't been able to do that?
You can't. Now listen.
I'm just saying.
You start talking about. Now listen. They've been watching Tom Brady for 20-something.
That part.
That's when you start talking about
that part.
But that's when you thought. That's when you know you're at what you do, because you got to change up how you play in the game. The coach ain't gonna change they style of offense, but Brady can change up how he uses his players in the game.
Right.
That's the most audible in quarterback I know. He'll change just one receiver route, and the whole play works. That's what he does. He's good at what he do. Same thing for Lamar. Lamar the play might not work originally, but he'll scramble for 5 extra seconds. Then somebody get over it, and he'll throw it.
A broken play works all the time. That's what Patrick Mahomes does.
Yeah, that's how Lamar gets his. That's why he need to be that man.
Right.
But Burrows, man, I'm telling y'all, they expose him. Just like Green Bay, they never seen the offense we came with. Our offense and new defense, Green Bay ain't never seen it.
Right.
They ain't no film on us play that way.
Right.
Messed them up. They only scored 7 points.
Well, we all know that Green Bay had no receivers, and that probably was a huge factor.
About the receivers. What's Chicago?
Chicago had a 12th man. I told y'all that.
Oh,
we all know Mother Nature is undefeated. Mother Nature is undefeated.
Did you hear? I don't know if you Ron. I don't know if
has
you heard
Mother
the show.
Nature ever lost?
Ron,
tell me.
This is
I'll wait.
Ron.
When has Mother Nature ever lost?
Here goes the excuse for Trey on why the 49ers lost.
I said they lost. I said they lost,
but you said it was because of Mother Nature
is undefeated.
Hey, Ron, have you ever heard Mother Nature being the 12th man? Now the Mother Nature is the 12th man in this game. Like, really, dude?
Like only one team had to deal with it.
Thank you. That's what I said, Ron.
But it was the other two's environment. It was the other team's environment.
We just here for the Niners today.
That's exactly what she said. She know what she did? She told the Bears to hold her beer. That's exactly what happened.
Hey, Trey, man.
I said the same thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
No, seriously, no. Like, Trey, do you really, like, you joking or you really believe that?
No, so what I'm saying is it's environment. This is what 100% meaning.
Listen to me.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
They are paying these men this kind of money to play this sport.
To play the game. I completely agree.
Out of all the men on earth that can play football, they have selected these select few.
Right.
And you telling me out of the 32 quarterbacks in the NFL that only on earth there's 32 men that play quarterback. You're telling me
that starting quarterback.
That your quarterback.
At this 31st quarterback, he was
your quarterback reason for not doing what he needed to do.
No. Don't get me wrong. He messed up. He did mess up. He messed up.
It was the rain's fault.
And you know what? It was no, I'm not saying it was the rain's fault. So just like I'm talking about in Green Bay, there were certain factors that contributed to why Aaron Rodgers got skull drug. But let's not remove the fact of last year. Let's not remove the fact of last year. Aaron Rodgers got skull drug, and they end up becoming the number one seeded NFC team. So but for the first game, there were factors that was in place, and I don't care what we say, we cannot dismiss the fact of, just like we said, hence the reason why I said Aaron Rodgers is going to have a bad season this year is because he doesn't have in real time, his offense is improving. He doesn't have anybody. Like y'all put the clamps on Aaron. Y'all put the clamps on Aaron Jones, and that's what y'all needed to. If y'all clamp Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, like they was running dual head, they was running Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon at the same time. That's because how non-existent the offense was. That was a factor. They don't have it.
It wasn't the new defense that we got.
No, I would say that. I mean, that's a fact. That's it too, but that's a factor as well. But I'm talking about from what they can help. They can't help who y'all got. They only can help what they have. And then that being said,
so they take away. So you telling me a man lose one receiver, and all of a sudden his whole offense is.
Ron even said it. Now? Ron said it. He was
so
clean on
Tyreek Hill left. So Tyreek Hill left, and they quarterback threw 5 touchdowns.
Speak on
that's different.
Speak on. Oh no, how that's different?
It's different for the reason we said exactly.
And what did
Tyreek Hill left, but we said and we stated Andy Reid is the engine in that train.
No, Trey, don't you do that because it wasn't about him. You was talking about Patrick Mahomes, Patrick the Great, not being able to. You said he was not going to come out and be the player he was with Tyreek Hill, and
it remains. But you know what? I peep this game. True enough, honestly, that is correct. But wait until he's in the position. He wasn't in any position to where he had to do something differently. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes, in my opinion, his game is like we just talked about, when you sip in the ability to scramble to get out of plays and extend the play. That is what he was known for, and that's what his strongest asset was. And that asset was that Tyreek Hill. He didn't have to do that yesterday. He wasn't in those type of positions where he had to sit up and scramble and do that type of stuff. Wait until he's in those type of games, and then we're not going to see that. We're not going to see a 5 touchdown game unless they're going tit for tat, and he's in a dogfight. Those are the times when we're going to see where that comes out at. That's what I'm saying. In essence, but at the end state is Andy Reid for years has been that dude. And I omitted the fact to sit up and talk about that. As far as Patrick Mahomes go, remember I said I think that Patrick Mahomes' numbers aren't going to be that great. He started out with great numbers. It remains to be seen. Like we said, we still got 16 games.
So what I got from this is Trey Lance on a sunshiny day is the best quarterback in the league.
No, I won't even say that. Here's the reason I like keep Jimmy Garoppolo around. I would not. That's why I say keep Jimmy Garoppolo around because it might not be Trey Lance's year.
What was you saying,
I'm
bro?
looking at y'all.
What you saying, bro?
I'm looking at y'all penalties too, Trey. I don't know how y'all got 12 and the Bears only got 3, but I'm looking at Trey Lance on that. It's not Shanahan. That's that veteran leadership y'all missing.
Yeah, it's not. It's like Trey Lance came to the podium and said, "I missed receivers. I missed this. I did that." He pointed out everything in which he did. He understands what it is that he done. So I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying? But I will say that you can't omit the fact of that environment wasn't helpful to him or anyone for that fact of the matter. Because honestly,
Soldier Field.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's Soldier Field. No different than if when during the playoffs, you go play at the frozen tundra. No one wants to go there. And in the winter. It's because that's an environment that are conducive to the team, the home team. That's Soldier Field. We play in Levi Stadium, not Soldier Field with a torrential downpour, a monsoon going on in the middle of the game.
So
regardless, the Niners got punched in the mouth by the Bears. I think our whole division gonna get losses this week, Trey. It's about to be rough for the NFC West.
That you know what I'm saying? That being said, good thing you say that. Last game, as we talk about it before we get ready to get up out of here, tonight's game, Denver Broncos versus the Seattle Seahawks. Who y'all got?
Denver, stand up, baby.
Denver,
stand up. I'm taking Denver.
I got Denver.
Blue and orange,
I
baby.
got Denver because I need my running back to close out this little
Yeah.
I'm taking Seattle.
I knew you was gonna take Seattle. You need Seattle today. He want that.
I want y'all to apologize.
We know Denver. You know Denver gonna win.
All 3 of y'all laughed at my roster on this fantasy team. I want y'all to get back and look at it. Remember them predictions y'all said last week? Oh, it's like a 19% chance you're gonna win. Go look at it now.
I feel you. I see you.
He's talking fancy trash in week 1. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's look at it.
He's up 141 over Donovan's West Side Outlaws. Yeah, he might get the W today. He's predicted to hit 151. Okay. Oh, it's a close one going on with there's a close one going on with Paris and Applewhite 107, 106. Are they done?
They done, I think that's over.
Yeah, that might be over.
Yeah, that's over. All of them.
So Paris might get the.
No.
They got somebody.
Yeah.
No, it's not done yet.
Paris got the kicker for Denver, so it's over. He'll win.
He should win. Like I said, them kickers matter. I remember y'all scoffed at me and laughed at me. Kickers matter. Who else? Let me see. Professor against Medea.
The professor under. The professor behind.
Okay, that one's done. That one's over.
Oh, it's over.
What?
Yeah, it's over. The professor took a L. What?
Where you at?
The professor took a L, dog.
Who else?
It's good to get humbled in week 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what? You know what? I feel you. I'm in the same. You know, what I'm saying I'm in the same boat right now. So that's all right. But just wait. That kickback, that comeback.
Trey, let me ask
Hey,
you this.
Trey, what's your score, Trey?
I won. I'm winning. I'm up, but it's not over yet. But I'm up.
But can I have who has the biggest margin of win right now?
Really, guy?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Who does Snook have to play that hasn't played tonight still?
Jerry Jeudy.
He might show out.
He ain't finna get you no 40 points, bro.
He might.
He is not.
Okay.
He is not.
You got 117?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he got 117.
That's all you got is 117?
Listen, I got 117 because of Baker. I didn't know Alan Lazard wasn't playing. I was in the air. I didn't know he was.
Same thing here. I didn't know. Same thing here. I didn't know.
I didn't know Alan Lazard wasn't playing, so I was in the air for that one. So I didn't get to play him. So
all them excuses. Here we go.
No, I'm saying I didn't know I was in the air. I didn't pay attention to that. I thought he was playing. It's cool though. I still take the dub. I'm still taking the dub with a man. Zip him up. That's Trey.
That's me.
That's Trey. That's Trey.
Body bag. Body bag.
Yeah.
Because like I said, Kittle didn't play. I didn't know he was we was in, like you said, like same thing with Bishop. He was in the air. I didn't know because he was in the air.
And Cam Akers hurt you too. Just
and
like
Cam Akers
he hurt me in another league.
So that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? But no Jeffrey. Just like I was saying, to Bishop, I think Melissa has the running back or something like that, Williams or something like that. So I got to watch out for that too. So I could be the same. Like I don't know what's going to happen. It ain't over for me yet. But Professor, that one is over. That was not over. This one between Applewhite is done. Yeah, he's done. So that's over basically. Y'all's over. Eric's is over basically. I don't know who he got, who Donovan got up against you. Who's this? Oh, well, y'all both got people, so that's basically almost over. And Anthony, his is over too.
Ron, hold on, real quick, Professor. Who are you in your league in the sleeper?
Oh, 2 footballs.
2 balls.
Ooh,
how'd I do?
You losing in that one too? Ron, really? You losing in that one too? I thought Ron, humble. You eating some humble pie like a motherfucker today, bro. Good God.
Hey, you said at the end of the season you get vote by your name, right?
Bruh. Ron.
I gotta blame Jameis Winston. I drafted Camaro on all my teams.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know.
Oh, y'all boy got more excuses.
Yeah, I'm winning in that one too. Just so y'all know, I'm winning in that one too. I think I might have won that one. I think that one might be over.
Yeah, I won that one as well.
I think that one might be over.
Hey, I still got that little list that y'all counted too. And y'all saying everybody gonna win a certain amount of games.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna hold y'all against everything y'all ever said. Y'all started off wrong, but y'all
the player.
But I do want to let y'all know. I do want to let y'all know that Savvy or Trey.
That's it. I knew we was going here. Go ahead.
This dude here, Trey. This dude here. We have our own league in our fraternity, and he got thrashed 147 to 137. In laces out. Got hold of him. Zach Styles. I see you, dog. I see you, Zach. I see you, Zach. See you, Zach.
Oh my! You know what's it? So the animosity comes from last year. I started out 6-0 or 5-0, and I was the only. And then I walked over to another conference and I got it. So I give it like again. Travis Kelce and Jefferson did their thing. Would put them ahead. And you know, saying that's what's up. I'm gonna take my L. It's not a problem. It's the first season, and only thing that happened is what it could have been undefeated is not going to be that. So that just means I got to go ahead and take care of business. So it's gonna be some body bags soon enough.
I can't talk though. I can't talk because Rashad Penny is playing tonight, and I'm only up by 16 points. So if he has a good game versus the Denver Broncos,
he gonna get negative.
My LB could actually beat.
And I thought y'all was good at this fantasy football.
Right now,
I
right
am.
now I'm 3-0. Right now I'm 3-0. Right now I'm
Oh
3-0.
my
Just wait.
God.
Just wait for it. Just
Eric
wait
won
for it.
because of 2 players. If it
Hey,
was
Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
Eric
the
feeling
fantasy
himself right
god
now.
on us.
hey,
Hold on,
Bishop,
who
I
Eric
told
got
you,
next?
Bishop.
Got him.
Bishop, hey,
I got
Bishop,
him
look
next
at me.
week.
Look at me.
He
Bishop, look
said,
at me in my eyes.
He said, look at me.
I
What's
told you.
Yeah, you said it.
Only
You
week-
said it.
The
You
only
said it.
week I'm gonna lose is the bye week. I told you that.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Okay. Eric said he only week
That's
he gonna
Bishop
lose
2-0
the
next week now. All y'all Eagles fans,
That's
here we go.
that's big talk. Now we gotta go to the schedule and see who you play next.
I think
Here we
let
go
me
to
see who he got week
again.
2. Let me see who he got next week. Week 2, he got who? Let me see who he got week 2. I need to see that.
I'm
Who
keeping
he
my
got?
same roster because we're gonna kill the Eagles. So the same roster gonna run again. I ain't changing.
Oh, he got me.
Oh,
He
head
got
to
me.
head.
Let's go.
And
He
we
got
playing.
me.
Hey, look.
Let's
And
go.
we playing y'all.
That's
So
right.
it's your
Let's
team.
go. That's
So
gonna be
check
that's
it out.
woo.
So your
Let's
team,
go.
your own team, I'll let you get whooped in fantasy.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Hey,
'Cause I'm not
right
changing
now,
nothing. The Vikings
hey, Professor Trey, they got me projected to beat him 124 to 113 right now. That's projection.
There you go, that
Right now.
projection. Here you
That's that
go
projection.
again.
Here we go.
Here you
Here
go.
we go.
Hey.
That's right. I got Eric. We gonna humble. You talking about some humble pie? Ron. Here's some
Hey,
humble pie coming. Here's some humble pie. I'm
Hey,
baking
they
it
got
up
the
tonight. I'm baking it up.
They got the Eagles projected to beat the Vikings too.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
It's
happen.
just projection.
It's gonna happen, baby. It's gonna happen. It is gonna happen.
Are you Trey?
Trey got the West Side.
We'll run this back again next Sunday.
Yeah, okay, that's what's up. That's my brother. I'll play my brother. So you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Like you said, it's been that's our time for today. Of course, we'll be back. Y'all know how it is. Keeping in our true tradition. We'll sit up and have it will come Friday. We'll sit up and talk it, give our predictions for the season before the upcoming week. So, like I said, keep them stats because Bishop's going to come off that tag. I say that. So the first week we didn't get a chance to it because we was out, but he's going to come off that tag of being the GOAT. So we appreciate y'all rocking with us this morning. Be sure to catch us tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 09 to 1100 hours. As we sit up and give y'all what y'all want, y'all favorite vets on the net. Gentlemen, before we get up out here, anything y'all got to say?
Man, y'all have a great Monday. We enjoyed y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate Eric Smalls on here. Of course, we always appreciate the professor for joining us on Mondays and stuff like that throughout the week. Thank y'all so much. Be sure to tune in every week, Monday through Friday, as my boy said, Trey, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time for you civilian personnel. Y'all have a great Monday.
So until tomorrow, Cowboys fans be okay. Until tomorrow, high speeds, we check y'all. See, I'll let you. Appreciate y'all coming out.